All right. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing here?
Just dandy.
We're feeling good, Dave?
Yeah, feeling good.
Justin?
Feel great.
Yeah. Good. My voice was shot yesterday. It's funny. My legs, my thighs actually feel like a couple of days after I ran the marathon. I ran this morning. I feel fine, but I think must have been all those stairs, I guess.
Yeah.
I found out how much you ran yesterday. I had no idea you even left the stage.
Yes, I left about 20, including rehearsal, about 20 times.
No idea.
Yes. I never knew I was off stage?
No.
Really?
For a while, I was just like, no one's talking? What's happening?
No, yeah. It was a tough situation for Mike. Yes. Tough situation.
Does your phone say like how many steps you took? Do you have that on your phone?
I think the floors were like 76 or something.
Jesus Christ.
Justin knows. He was there.
Yeah, it was.
Some of it.
It was quite a hike.
For an old man, I did all right. I hung in.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Mike. Well, let's talk about the Wilbur. Obviously, I think it went fantastically well. I cannot tell you how happy I was with it. We'll get to the negatives soon, I'm sure. Positives, I thought absolute home run. You know, I sort of always envisioned it not as a Kirk. It was not going to be the Kirk Minihane show or like this. We're bullshitting because we do that. We'll do that in the fall when we do a live show in Maine or wherever, when we went to Magnolia. But this was always going to be because it was the Wilbur. I was envisioned as like a production.
Sure.
You know, initially almost as a musical.
I remember, just reminded me this morning at the famous dinner we had in Miami.
Yeah.
You and Steve were talking about specific musical things you wanted to do then.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I forget it goes that far back.
I had written about 15 or 20 pages of a musical.
Yeah.
But I kind of shelved that. That would be too much. So, but I always, once I thought of, I always kind of had the cross in mind to start it. And then once we did the Van Halen thing that one day, I was like, oh, that'll be fun. And then it kind of went from there. But could not be happier. Obviously Dave butchered it, but he tried hard. So I appreciate that.
He did well.
He did well. He did well at trying hard. Obviously Justin screwed up, but still he worked very hard. I appreciate that. As I said at the show, you got to remember, like you could tell stories we told at these shows because most people listening weren't at the show.
Right.
I met Justin's dad at the first show. And is that your mom or no?
Yeah, it's my mom.
Okay, she didn't identify. Who can blame her? But she did not identify.
She doesn't identify
No.
as mother.
She was very nervous.
She seemed very nervous. What was she so nervous about? Listen up, baby. What's going on?
She's just, I don't know. I've just.
She was old enough, by the way. All right. She could have played the role we were looking for.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Right? In retrospect?
I need to tell her sometimes.
That would have been unbelievable.
Is she very young?
If your dad had played the masseuse and your mom had played the teacher, that would have been great.
Well,
Well, she's old enough. She's like probably my age. I don't know. How old is she?
yeah, she's
50?
47.
She's exactly my age.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. 47. She's 52.
50, yes, I mean, well, yeah, she's 5. She's my age. That's what I'm saying. When I say old enough, I'm saying she's my age.
Yeah,
She's-
sure.
Yes.
Old enough to know better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, took a quick grab in the picture, I will say. It's inappropriate. She rubbed my shoulder. I don't know. Made me feel uncomfortable.
Well, the problem there was it seemed like he had somebody.
We'll get to that. We'll get
okay.
to that,
All
Dave. We'll get. Boy, your instincts, Dave, as always. You proved the other night. Excellent.
After a while, I thought it was a bit that you two were doing. Where
He's
Dave
not.
wouldn't know.
He's not A, smart enough, or B,
a lot of elements.
disciplined enough
a lot
to
of
hold on
elements.
to a bit for that long.
A lot of elements at play. A lot of elements at play.
I give Mike credit. A lot of people do stuff for political purposes. Mike's vow of silence for human rights in the
I
first show
spoke
will
more
never be
today
forgotten.
than I did in the show.
I forgot what you sound like. So we'll get to that. No, definitely not Mike's fault. So, so Justin's dad came up to me. He's like, hey, I'm Justin's dad. He's like, just thanks for this. And it really was like I was like,
Gets him out.
it was like we were at the Special Olympics, and I was like, he just really loves the fresh air.
Yeah.
Like, thank you so much for letting him drive somewhere.
Just make sure you give him these. He slips you some pills. He starts to act up.
I met Justin's boss, the snow cone magnet, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Magnate. Yes, I met him.
Wow.
I like guys like that, sort of low energy and not trying to bother me as I'm walking around places, like handing me bottles of Coke and
Oh, jeez.
blaring Bruce Springsteen music. Very nice guy. Nice guy. Thanks to him for selling the shirts. And the Minifans were great. So we should probably walk through. It's so weird to prepare and then do a show without dogs barking in the background. But
What do you mean?
nothing. No, I'm just saying it's weird. It's strange.
Right.
Justin, I need a dog bark. Do we have any dog barking to?
Oh, easy
quite that
boy.
aggressive.
Easy boy.
Dog was very sweet, actually. Dog was actually very sweet.
Yeah.
So we prepared for the first show. Dave got there at 11. I got there after. Justin, I assume, got there with Dave or no?
I think I got there like
Just around then,
11:30.
yeah.
Okay. So we kind of, for me anyway, because I was not too much on the the brick and mortar part of it. Like I was not building the stuff as it was going
I
on.
understand your talent.
Pretty low key, but I was keeping an eye on stuff. We were running through things. I felt very calm. Oh my God, I'm blank on the name of the guy from Barstool who was there. Jesus. Nick. I was going to say Nick. Very nice guy from down the Cape. Kind of filmed us and did the whole thing. So I think that's going to be up this week, right?
Yeah, he might send it to us tonight.
Oh, good. We'll take a look at it tonight. Yeah. Good. So I talked to him and I said, I felt as I have felt all week about this. And you got to remember for me, like we've worked really hard on this, but I felt an amazing sense of calm on Saturday morning, went for a run, felt good. Even driving in, I was like, stopped at Jersey Mike's, had a little sandwich before.
I'll make anyone feel good.
Fill up. Yeah, I felt great. So I pull in, relaxed, and I could tell that Dave's jittery. He's a nervous guy anyway. But I think you were especially jittery on Saturday.
Oh, you think?
Which is understandable.
I
I'm
think
just saying.
so. Yeah.
Yes.
Dave's natural levels are of a guy that does a lot of blow. Basically, he's like coked up.
Yeah, he's almost. It's like
naturally.
He's like on Law and Order. Immediately, be like, well, obviously he didn't do the killing because he's so obviously acting like he's guilty.
Exactly.
He'd be the guy like 20 minutes in. You'd be like, all right, well, obviously he has an alibi. Okay, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Which I wish we'd been able to do at the live show. 20 minutes in, being able to say see you later, but we were stuck with him. So I was kind of almost I didn't want to bother him because he was just, as I said, in these arguments with himself with no real clear what the argument was. And there was definitely no verdict on these arguments.
No, and I have to say, it was a mistake on your part to bring another Minihane mind in there.
That's true.
Because they carried a lot of weight, it seemed, in some of his decisions.
That's true. Came and watched some of the rehearsal.
She had a lot of influence.
And said one thing, which, I'm not sure.
Well, I was the only one. Like, I was the only person offering a differing opinion.
It's not the Kate Minihane show, though. It will be maybe one day, but right now it's still the Kirk Minihane show. So when I say this, it should probably, it's not quite law. I'm happy to debate it.
Well, she said it at the point where we were at the end of our
She's 15.
No, I'm not.
Well, not only that,
she was not make or break in how I backed down to the argument.
Feel that way
That's
you,
fine.
Mike? It felt like that was he kept bringing it up.
If I may paraphrase Kate Minihane, she said, you should do it this way. I think he would look really stupid.
Right.
Meaning you.
Right, which is great. Which is what the whole point of it was.
Right.
But so the debate was, so the show started, if you weren't there, with me being brought out on a cross, podcast Jesus himself being brought out on the cross for his death.
Makes
right?
sense.
And we had the background video that I wrote that Steve voiced over. Excellent. I thought the image of it was good. The crowd went bananas. Both shows actually when Justin brought me out.
Right.
So Dave built it. And a work of construction never equaled in American history by anybody. The fact that Dave was able to build this cross. I saw somebody.
You being sarcastic.
I saw somebody on Twitter this morning say, was this a first grade CCD class built a project where they built a cross? That being said, I would do no better. I would never be able to do it, ever. I am saying you are better at this than I am, for sure. But it is the work of an amateur.
I wanted the show to build that stuff. Because I knew, you wanted...
The show, meaning who?
Wilbur? Like us to do that. No, us.
I know, totally.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to hire that out. I felt like it needed.
I agree. It's funnier if it looks great. It's not. It doesn't quite work the same.
Sure. Yes.
So and then you put the wheels on it yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I have no idea how to do that. So how do you do that?
So you just go to Home Depot and buy the casters. That's all. It was nothing. I built a box.
I don't know what casters are.
The box was the base.
What's a caster, Mike?
It's a wheel.
I figured it was
casters would go under that
construction guys call it.
Well, it took me. I had to Google that.
Down on the job site. Yeah. That's how they refer to it.
You say caster, I think of Castor Troy from Face Off, if I'm being honest. Go ahead.
No, so I built a box.
How long did it take you in total to build the thing? Just actual physical work on it? Because Steve, Steve was definitely going to build one.
Yep.
Sure.
So how long did it take you? Steve might have built one, actually.
It took me a good deal of time.
Burned it in this room.
Yeah. The actual building of the cross was not it was a long process because I built 3 of them. That's one.
Okay.
I built 4 bases.
Yeah.
That was the only one I ever put on wheels.
Okay.
The last one.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, if you give me all the equipment, whatever, all the tools, I could never build it.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever.
The dilemma was the wood of the actual cross. Was it strong enough? And then I didn't want it to be too heavy if we were carrying you. It was all fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, so the original thing was going to be people were going to carry me in.
Right.
With robes and everything. So Dave built this, and so there were wheels. And so then Dave got nervous at the show day of, which was we were there the day before, and we went to the band rehearsal. We saw those guys a few times, but this was our first real day. So Dave was worried about getting it out there because we thought we could close the curtain entirely at the Wilbur, then open it and I'd be there. But turns out we couldn't do that, right?
Which was ridiculous.
Well, it's not. The Wilbur was a fine partner.
Yes.
We're going to be back there in the spring of 2023, by the way. We'll talk about that later.
Yeehaw.
What do you think of that, Dave?
How can't wait.
Fucking baby.
Baby.
Yeah. Just a week of shows. That's all that. We're going to do 10 shows over 10
You
nights.
got the Mulaney.
Fucking Mulaney. Can't wait to see that fucking dog.
Take it easy.
It feels liberated.
Jesus.
It's on the other side.
So it got wheeled out. So Dave said, well, can't you just... Dave was worried because it seemed wobbly, right? That was the word I kept hearing, wobbly.
That's what I saw from my view.
So we did a run through with Justin, pushed me out, and I guess I was wobbling. But I didn't feel that, really, that was the case. But Dave, listen, Dave had the view. So they plunked me right in the middle in front of the crowd, and there I was. And Dave said, it's wobbly. He said, to me, why can't we just put it out there, and at the start of the show, you walk out and go onto the cross? And I said...
No, but I said that when you were covered, I think.
Oh, yeah,
I never meant that. However that played out in your head. Whatever.
My point was, like, I understand the whole thing is, like, kind of fun and silly, but within it, there has to be some line of reason, which is why would I voluntarily walk onto a cross and, like, put myself there?
Yeah, I'm just telling you that is not what I meant. I don't remember the conversation, but I did not mean for you to walk on stage in the dark.
You said walk on. That's what you said.
Yeah, I think I meant if you were covered in some capacity, like the crowd would not see you walk.
You did offer that as well.
Yeah.
You said, how about we put a white sheet over you and walk out?
Well, I just knew we had a white sheet.
Yes.
That's all.
The color of sheet is up there.
That's all I had.
So we're not doing that either. Yeah. So it turned out that worked out. That Justin did that and it worked out actually really well.
Yeah.
I had the whole thing, the petties, everything I had planned. So everything, I think both shows worked great. It seemed like the audience reaction was awesome. They were super into it. Crowd had a great time. I could not be, I'm telling you, it's the first Madawaska show experience leading up to the show before Mike ruined it.
Sure.
And the two Wilbur shows are the ones that mean the most to me. Honestly, I think the two Wilbur shows do. I think that they were just fucking home runs. And we've done live shows where I haven't said that afterwards. I'm like, that was a good time. They don't always work. I don't think the show in Magnolia is particularly great. We had a good time. Right. A couple of Saco shows were okay, not great. We always have a good time. The people always have a good time. But this was a great experience. And for me, like selfishly, I was like, I'm just doing this for me. Like I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna fucking dance around and jump around and act like an asshole. We're gonna have a great time. And I think we accomplished it. And I can't. There's always the same 6 people we know, but the feedback from the audience, the people who were there, seems overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it seems I've been to a lot of shows there, and that's the most unique, and it seems like the most work put into it. Like it's usually,
For sure.
even for podcasts, which I haven't been to a ton at the Wilbur, but from what I know, podcasts are usually just we'll do the show. Whereas that was never crossed
If
my mind. Went there not knowing what it was, you wouldn't think, oh, this is a podcast doing a live show.
But I think the audience was ready for that. We had said we were working on it. It was never going to be the 4 or 5 of us just sitting around bullshitting. I think we did that total probably 20 minutes for the 2 shows.
Yes, my voice is pristine.
Yes, you sound good. So,
but I think when you give away some of that stuff, like on the actual show, like it I'm not gonna say it diminished, but like there was a fucking live band on stage playing with you, like that. There is no
Exit
podcast.
4. Great band.
Great band. So the fact that we had like talked about that and people expected that, I felt like it normalized that for some reason when really like that was a big deal. Like there's no podcast that had a live band and a live show like that before I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, it was great. What did you guys think? Justin, we'll start with you.
It was fantastic. It was all the Minifans had a fantastic time.
Did you smell the embers? Could you taste them? Could you sense them?
Justin, you ruined Justin with this.
What do you mean?
He was asking me and Dave.
How long have you been the fighter for?
Do you think he thinks I was lying?
Oh, that was completely cooked.
I swear to God, everyone's out, and then the 2 security guards.
Well, what happened, Justin? What are you describing?
So Kirk during the second show. Stood up on the balcony at one point. There was like a wooden.
Did that look that dangerous to you, Dave?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
There was plenty of room there.
I couldn't see it during the live show, but in the video, it definitely looked
I
dangerous.
didn't think so.
Yeah.
Mike seemed
It's your choice. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm just waving.
If I jumped, would I have been okay? The fans would have caught me.
I think you would have broke your legs, but I don't think it.
They would have caught me probably. No.
I think you would have been okay, but someone else.
Who cares? About
What
that?
would have made great video is you falling, everyone rushing to help you, and me just kind of like checking my
Just look at
my phone.
Confused. So there's a security guard who I was kind of fooling around with. Good guy. He was in on the joke. And then Justin said he was like Justin was like walking around afterwards, and he was like, I don't know, he was like 2 blocks away, and he ran into a security guard. And the guy's like, this Minihane lives life on the edge.
Over there by the stars and bars.
Yeah. What was that, Justin?
No. Afterwards, when we're packing up, a couple of security guards were walking towards the stage, and we're like, I've never seen, like, he's a fucking madman. I don't know what he was thinking getting up there. Like, all it takes is one drunk to push him, and then he's fallen to his death. And that legitimately happened.
And in fairness,
what legitimately
that was the second show.
Yeah.
You just had run the equivalent of 25 miles in the first show?
I don't think I'd run that far.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I put in these fans are paying. They wanted to see me sing and dance and jump around. That's all I wanted to do. So we did it. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with the security guard?
No, I'm just saying your effort level on the first show to do something as dangerous as that is yes, it's heroic.
It was. So from what I could see, it did strike. You're very athletic. Like when I saw you jump. Let's not make it out like this. Okay? An old man. It's not. Well, that's what I mean. Like for a guy who's not an athlete, I was
stay in shape.
I mean, how much you moved around and shit.
What was I supposed to do? Sit there?
That's what a podcast is.
That's what you were there for.
That's right.
You handle that.
Oh, good.
As well as I did. You did better at your job. In my opinion. Nobody sits like you. Nobody. You hear that? Nobody.
I did it for thousands.
You did. But no, we'll get to Mike in a second. Dave Cullinane, who's been sweating and worked very hard at this, by the way. He deserves a lot of praise for that. Yes. What did you think overall?
I'd say like top 5 worst days of my life. Maybe,
including the shows.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't enjoy the show. How am I going to enjoy that show? Like, what am I going to do?
Enjoy seeing people enjoying the Minifans. This was their night.
Really, you can't soak it in that moment. I thought, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, this is badass. It's everything that should have
seen the reviews, which have been almost
I've seen it.
Unanimous.
Great, everyone had a good time. That's awesome. That's fine.
Most of the reviews included Fire Cullinane, so I will say.
Well, I don't give a shit about that.
He might have a sour taste in his
There's just no way to sit there and enjoy it in that. There was enough shit going on.
What did you think of the shows?
Oh, I thought it was phenomenal. I just could tell that everything hit. So everything worked.
That's all that matters.
That's great. Yeah. Yep.
Steve's a liar guy. Unbelievable.
That was a pretty big pop he got.
Handsome. And by the way, I didn't know this. So I had my cousins were at the second show. Maddie and Joey Sullivan, my dad's sister's kids.
Where were they? The last seat in the house when I told them to sit?
Well, they weren't. Right, I mean, they weren't. Obviously, they weren't there. They got comped. They were in the very last section, the mezzanine. It was fine. They could barely see it. No, they were fine. They were in front row. They were Andy and where I think first row mezzanine is better. I think it's better than being first row floor.
That's what I said to them. It just wasn't.
That's what they were.
That just wasn't the plan. But that's what I said to them.
Okay. Anyway, get over it. It's over.
So what? I'm angry still. Whatever.
Okay, we'll get there in a second. We have positives. We're doing positives right now, not negatives.
Okay.
Well, look at this guy.
Well, I'm trying to go first, and then we'll get to the bad stuff, which is I don't think much, but we'll see. They were saying that they knew him as a lead singer of another band. These guys go to like a lot of little shows. Mm-hmm. Steve's a liar guy is a lead singer of like some other small band.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell on stage because he's got
moving
that
around. Yep.
He didn't seem crazy nervous or anything.
No, he was totally confident, but he was great. Got a huge. So I had originally thought couple of things. I had originally thought when I scripted he was going to do, once you told me he could do it, I was going to have him do Steve's a Liar at the first show. And I knew people would be at both shows.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of the Hotel California one for the second show.
Oh, okay.
But it got such a big reaction at the first show. I was like, fuck it. We're going to bring it back. And this is what that's who he is.
And even it's easy to sing along with. Like people seem to have more fun with that than I think.
I thought so too. I thought so too. And same with Steve Robinson's video.
Yeah.
At the end of the show, which all I said to Steve was, I just want you to do a video where you act like you're about to come back, like you're backstage, you've been fooling around, but then say fuck you, and then do whatever you want. And he did his video, and it was great. He had a great weekend. It was great on Twitter. It was great on the show. I can't think of anything wrong he tweeted this week. The guy is.
I texted him and just asked where he saw the video because I couldn't find.
He texted me that right away. I was because Steve texted me. He texted me the thing about your comedy. I was like, well, I mean, put on Twitter, tough guy. And then
so I texted him and said, "Where did you see it?" Because I couldn't find it online or anything. I thought Dave.
What did he say?
He said someone named Charles Grillo sent him. He sent me the last 30
seconds. This is the guy who rented the place to us originally.
Okay. Yes, who I have a problem with right now, but you can keep going.
This is a guy who wants. I've never seen anybody who wants to be part of the show.
Oh my god.
So really?
Well, you might think differently after this. After I tell you something.
We'll see. Which section are we at right now? Don't make me yell. Which section are we at right now? P's or N's?
Positives.
Positives.
Yeah.
So what are you being negative?
Well, you mentioned his name, so I'm just teasing it for you.
A little tease for the negative.
Anyway, what was I saying?
So I said.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry. Good.
So
well, Mike's stand-up, which I guess we'll throw in the positive section, I suppose. Sure, why not?
It was good. Come on. All things considered.
Mike, it was good. It was good, right? It was good.
All things considered. I was happy.
1 second. No, you know what's funny is like you had an issue with so when I wrote the show out, I purposely kind of left Mike with that stand-up spot because I figured it'd be easy for him to kind of do, which he did. I thought much better at the second show.
Yeah.
Kind of be Mike like he is here, throw some punchlines, and I knew it was gonna be tough, so I was gonna write you in to do anything physical either show, you know, just because I want to put you in that spot. So I figured stand-up would be good.
Yeah.
Like you said for the first show, I actually couldn't really hear stand-up at the first show for some reason. I heard it the second show. I thought it was good. I thought it was fine.
Well, thank you.
It seemed to me like you were more comfortable with the second show.
Way more. Yeah.
Which I get. I mean, it's a tough scene.
Well, and I was also doing the stand-up I did at the second show was more just like a conversation where I had like jokes written. Right. But
I think Steve was joking around though.
Oh no, so that's what I thought because he said I only saw the last 30 seconds, and I replied, "You're a harsh critic." And he didn't respond to that.
Well, I just said to him, be vague.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. His video was very funny.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
There was a visual of it was very funny. Very funny. The chaps line was fucking
So that was my other problem
hilarious.
is a lot of the, obviously, videos were very visual.
Yeah, tough.
So there were things that everyone was reacting to that I just had no idea. The Julie DeCaro thing, I had no idea.
So that's the other thing with DeCaro I wanted to do. Well, we'll go to the negatives later. Colleen fucked that up royally in the first show.
Yeah.
Any of the positives you guys want to get to? What am I forgetting about that? I'll say this is a negative and a positive. Dave was slandering Justin's in memoriam video, which was very funny. You probably couldn't tell that from that.
No, but I got a good reaction.
Huge reaction.
Yeah. No, but Justin
Trudell, by the way, is a fan favorite. He's like the lovable,
oaf.
Yeah. Like kind of like you, honestly.
Sure.
And like you're a graduated version.
I was his mentor. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
It makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I think you even said the same thing too. When we originally saw it, we thought you had to like talk over it a little bit, but it was perfect.
It wasn't supposed to be like a funny video. It was supposed to be like a crowd reacts video. Like, I don't know how much fucking K-Market was going to be brought up in the show, but like to give the crowd a chance to be like,
it's very good. You did a good job.
Remember this? Fuck him. And then like the whole.
What kind of better reaction from that section was it? Was it the Dale show one or the Pants in show two?
Pants.
Oh, Pants in show
two for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Whitney sent the video right on time.
Right on time.
That was the thing I wanted.
The same thing with Carabas.
A thing I wanted to talk about but didn't get a chance to was the idea of Justin walking up to you on the street and saying, "These are my boss's pants. What do you think of them?" Has to be. It's more terrifying than De Niro going, "No, right down there. Right down there."
It's true. I called Jon Stewart on stage to try and put the pants on, but he refused the pants.
He said no.
He said no to the pants. He looked dapper, by the way.
Oh, did he? Good.
He did. He looked good.
Is Jon Stewart going to be our third guest this week, or the third show this week?
Welcome. Is he willing to come in?
I'll ask him.
I was actually going to mention that to you, Dave. Good instinct. Boy, we're starting to click.
There we
go. Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I'm trying to think about it. Good. The band was great. Yeah, I know we mentioned that, but those guys are fucking and they're great guys too. I mean, Justin completely insulted the lineage of one of them at the second show.
Not true.
What did he say? I don't know that.
Incredible.
I don't know if I remember that.
Well, he mentioned he extended the word Orient.
Oh, that's right.
And one of the gentlemen in the band, I believe, has that descent. Of course, if I'm wrong, and I'm also equally racist, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
Equally.
But they were great, good sport. Like Brandon in the band's a big fan of the show. I could tell at the rehearsals, the band, the other guys were kind of like not quite sure what was going on. But I think once we did that run through on Saturday, Dave, I could tell they got it.
Run through.
Well, we did the songs.
Yeah, the songs was a run through. We should have done more of a run through, but yes.
Wow, you went over huge.
No, he means he should have known exactly what you meant with the Julie DeCaro.
I mean
we're
the
not
whole
talking
show.
About that. We're talking about the crossing to ain't talking about.
I thought, they did an unbelievable job on all the things they could have. They pivoted well, like everything, top to bottom. Top to bottom was good with them.
It's good. Even we let them play an original song so that people go out and take a piss and get a drink.
Yep.
I mean, to listen to the original song at the same. No, I'm kidding. No, they're good. They're gonna. We will promote them forever. By the way, so make sure we know whenever they're playing somewhere and tweet that every single time. We love those guys.
Yep.
And they said they want to do more shows with us. So like, great. Beautiful. I almost want to have them in here.
Yeah.
Kirk Minihane band.
Yeah, I've always wanted to have a band.
Why not?
You can tell. I mean,
You did use that guy at one part of it. You went to him. He was your what's that guy's name on Letterman?
Paul Schaefer?
Paul Schaefer. He was your Paul Schaefer.
Yes, I said Doc Severinsen for all the kids out there. But that was fun. It was fun for me to get goof around and pretend like I could sing and dance and jump around. So I had a good time doing that. And it seemed like the fans enjoyed. I always know I'm at those shows, like at shows and you're on the second or third floor, you feel somewhat removed. Someone they go up a few times. I did that. They seem to like that.
Yep.
And maybe it was confusing for the people down below, but I didn't really care.
That was a huge win that your microphone worked up there.
Yes,
like that.
The video probably not so much. I've been hearing.
No, it was in and out.
So we're gonna work on that for.
Well, we'll just use a legit professional.
We're having the
system.
Wilbur 2023 meeting today, Dave.
Okay,
it starts.
great.
It
Can't
starts.
wait.
It starts.
Wait.
Everything starts today. For
Great.
I actually have the opening already in my head for that.
That's good. I'll start working on it.
Good. Get to work.
Let's go.
What else?
I'm gonna bring my dog next time.
I can bring the Kleister if you want.
Yeah.
That's like it's like
making a whole family.
It's a little small mom and pop club. Why are you so negative?
I'm very upset by that dog.
Why?
And
just sweet dog. Who cares?
I don't want to go too far.
Can I tell you?
I was to shower at hot water. That's about it.
Fucking God.
Jeez,
It woke me up, but
first of all, the owner. Can I tell you one story, Mike? Before I forget, this is before the show starts. So, Dave knows I have it all scripted. 6:55, I want the lights to go down. Didn't really happen, but that's okay. Then at 7 o'clock, it goes dark, and we play "Room at the Top" by Tom Petty because I wanted everything kind of calm. And that song is super calm,
Right.
And I like the idea that it's our night. We're at the top tonight, so I get wheeled out. It's like 6:58 and 6:56 maybe. And Bill Blumenreich, is that his name? The owner of the Wilbur?
yeah, be careful saying his name.
No, he's a great guy. He could not. I'll tell you more about him. What he said with the Minifans later. Loves them. Loves them. He's like, I'm on the phone with a friend of yours. So, you want to talk to him? Eddie Andelman.
Do you know him at all?
I've talked to him twice in my life.
Okay, all right.
So I'm talking to Eddie Andelman.
No.
At like 6:57. And he was very nice. We talked about his kids and my kids, his grandkids, and he's like, oh, I admire what you're doing. I'm like, oh, great, well, fantastic. I was like, this is surreal. So I'm hanging up Eddie Andelman, who I used to listen to on Sunday nights when he did the sports huddle, in my room on my stereo with the volume before after my bedtime, to talk to him on the phone in the first Wilbur show. The crowd is all fired up, screaming. And Justin is waiting to put me on the cross. I'm like, this is a weird world, man.
Just a normal day.
So weird.
Should we send our condolences to the Andelman family now, or should we wait?
Oh, please. Don't
Mentioning them.
We're just cursed.
Don't you dare say it.
Cursed.
Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare. I didn't say it was the Norwood Chateau.
I learned that the hard way, unfortunately. We rented the
That's right by
U-Haul
that-
right next to it.
That's right by the golf thing, right?
Yeah,
By the-
I literally drove by it, saw the construction going on, was pissed I couldn't get dinner that night because of said construction.
At the Chateau?
Yeah, I didn't know it was the bus Chateau. I thought that one happened in Burlington for some reason.
Well, that's our Chateau. It's me and Harry's Chateau. That would have been good. What was I going to mention another? Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, you referenced the dog being at the Wilbur, and this kind of speaks to how calm you were. That like me and Justin felt comfortable chatting with you for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
I tried to. I leaned back a little bit from it, but there was a point when we were in the green room, and you mentioned something about the dog being there, and Justin goes, "You don't want to bring Clyde to this," and you just didn't respond.
So much energy I can expend.
You're like, all right, enough. We're too friendly now.
I've never soaked through a shirt like I did at the end of the first show. Holy moly, I was hurting.
I felt bad because I got off the stage and took pictures with people after,
Yeah.
and everyone else just like was taking a selfie, so they didn't have their hand on me or anything. But like these two younger girls put their hand on my back, and I was like, "Oh, sweetheart, you're just getting a puddle of sweat."
Rough. All right, so that's the good, of which there is plenty. I'm sure I'm forgetting other stuff. Akrabas did a great video. Whitney did as well. Big Cat did as well.
Yes.
Linda
Marks.
Linda Marks.
Song?
Yep. It was not her fault.
Yeah,
No,
not her fault.
She was
her job.
good. She was good. With thanks to her. But go ahead, Dave. You want any negative you want to start with? Let it rip.
I could go to town.
I know what they want to start
there's I mean, just the attitude.
We are going back to the Wilbur in 2023.
Is that true? Are you?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Tweet that out right now. We're
would
going to be at the
expect
Wilbur in
it.
the spring of 2023.
You got it. You
You'd just be glad it was
One show. I don't care if it sells out before it goes. We are doing. I will never do two shows like that in one night again. Ever. It was insane.
Okay, makes sense.
Insane.
Yeah, that was wild.
Insane. I just didn't. Well, I mean, we did it. We sold out the first one quick. Added the second show, which at the time did sell out quick. Now let's be fair. First show was packed. That second show was not a sellout.
No.
It's sold.
Sold out,
Tickets
but
were sold. They just didn't show.
Yeah, but I mean, but I'm not going to be one of these people. Like, because I mean, the first show was pretty much packed.
Yeah.
There's the balconies in the second two were like half full. Maybe
But to be fair, I don't even know. I mean, I'm
But
sure.
great. I mean, the crowd was. I will say this: the second crowd was awesome. Like they were insane. So I don't care, but to pretend, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. Was that Mike?
I'm sure some of it was like bots that just buy tickets.
For
but there were a lot of people that reached out to me. I didn't know what to do, so I would just direct them to Dave.
Same.
But they would reach out to me and say like, "Hey, I have a wedding this weekend."
For sure, the show got moved.
They bought it 2 years ago.
So that's what Bill Bloom, right? I was gonna mention earlier. The owner of the Wilbur was like, we've never done this for a show, and he's like, we would have just canceled it, but we knew like people wanted to go to these shows. Like I moved 5-6 times. Like, and it was a late show. I knew that was gonna no big deal, but by the way, it was still a great crowd. The crowd was awesome. I mean, I don't know if you remember in the second show, I kept calling the third crowd. They were third floor. They were nuts.
Yeah, they were nuts. I thought the pops for the second show were almost louder than the first with a full room like that.
They're crazy. The crowd was awesome. So I don't. But we're gonna do one show. I will never, ever. And I don't want. By the way, like I heard some people say, do it 2 shows in 2 nights. I don't want to have to do that again the second day either.
No. Right.
Especially a show like that, like Saco. We've done those back-to-back nights. Not a big deal because you're just kind of having fun. You're relaxed. This is tense. We're going to do it in March of 2023, if we can. Right. We're not putting tickets on sale yet by any measure. I'd like to do it in March, Dave.
Okay.
1 night only, 1 show only.
No VIP.
VIP. Absolutely VIP.
400 VIP tickets.
50 VIP. 100 VIP for one show. We do 100 for one show.
EDM club available for said VIP experience.
Well, now we know. You learn with experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, if you're doing one show, unless they're going to have you and then some comedian do the late show or something. But if you're doing one show, then it'll be easier to get people in and out at 6 o'clock or something as opposed to
sure. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Go ahead, Dave. Let me hear the negatives. You've got plenty. I know you've been bitching for.
People did seem to be nice at the venue, but they didn't seem to care as much about what they're.
Just another show to them. We're not supposed to be.
But you have.
It's important to us, but it's not that like.
But you have instructions, like literal instructions, are typed out. Like they're typed out.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll take some ownership in that. We didn't do a full walkthrough of the show, which I think we should have, which would have allowed the people that had the opportunity to follow written words on a piece of paper, would allow them the opportunity to actually execute those.
Sure, but if you say 6:55 dim, that seems pretty clear.
But it wasn't.
Well, no, but their argument would be we can't do that until showtime starts, right? Till people are.
There was a couple arguments they had back to us. Fine,
I'm sure that's a policy.
Before, maybe if we did it before, which we'll take ownership of, maybe they could have told us that so we were aware. Instead, we're running back and forth trying to give them instructions, hand signals.
I think it was fine though. It seemed fine.
Yeah,
worked out fine.
Besides that, negatives. I guess I don't have too many.
I've been dying to talk about one. I don't know why he's pretending he can't.
Oh, what, Clemmer?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. That's the main. That's the main
right.
event. The negatives, I think. Justin, any negatives on your end?
Yeah, I was ready to resign between shows with this fucking hooker.
You screwed that up so bad.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know what was.
Did he though? Did he screw it up?
He can't get a hooker?
Oh, as my buddy. So my buddy that was at the second show drove me home.
Yeah.
And we had to walk to his car, and he said, "By the way, if I had known, I could have told Justin this. We're about to pass like 15 hookers." So.
Yeah, I mean. so we're gonna do. We were the first show. We were gonna have somebody give Colleen a massage to surprise him. The second one was gonna be somebody pretending to be his high school teacher, just gonna do whatever. Justin was put on the assignment to do both of those things and landed neither one of them.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
it was terrible.
How much heads up did you give him?
Enough time.
The massage I had like a month.
Yeah, that seems like enough time to book a masseuse. The hooker was last week maybe?
It was the day before.
Okay, so you have a day to get a hooker. It still again seems like plenty of time.
Could you have just done the gimmick with the masseuse with like a fan of the show, just like
I
something?
didn't want to
do
that. That would have been risky.
I didn't know if like last minute you could have pulled.
I didn't want to do that.
Yep.
I mean, we should be able to get a hooker in here today during the show.
Sure.
I mean, Harry Minihane is here today, so we're not going to do that.
We have experience dealing with hookers. You think that's something that's like right up our alley or something like that?
We're
so you're
human.
saying he's free to book her?
Yes, yeah. We're human. Yeah, get off roadblocks. I think we should be able to get I'm going to guess as a prostitute within 1,000 yards of this place.
What? This is a religious
just
town.
one in this building, honestly.
I think you're giving a lot of, I don't know, the benefit of the doubt to that scenario.
This used
I
to
think
be a
that's tough.
massage parlor.
Yeah.
It's probably a retired one living in one of these rooms.
Yeah.
Right.
So speaking of this place, so the person who is Charles Grillo, who you handed over a picture to you, but you fucked up the first VIP thing. He took over Colleen, we did a whole bunch of VIP for the first show. Everyone was there. Awesome. The fans are fucking great. I know I get down on them, but they're awesome. Can't thank them enough. So everyone takes pictures. They're very sweet. They're very kind. Everyone's always scared, which I like. It's a perfect scene for me. Come in, take a picture, smile. So once we got through them, they were kind of gone. And Colin's like, all right, I'm going upstairs. I'm going to go do the show. And so I'm standing there by myself because I have a VIP window. Like, I'm not going to leave if somebody shows up late and wants to take a picture, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, this big line's there, and Colin's nowhere to be found.
Yep.
Where were you?
I told you I was leaving.
Anyway.
Well, there was talk before that Cullinane shouldn't be, like, the reason I wasn't down there is because there just wasn't enough time.
It turns out you could have been. So I thought it was going to be like line, picture, outline. Like, I didn't think, I didn't know the room was going to look like that where people were just hanging out. It would have been fine. You could have sat somewhere and had that.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah. Next in March, well, you can definitely.
All right, very good.
Well, we did have a lot of different things come up with the show, so I figured opportunity came,
I understand. And that's where Justin takes over.
Ah, yes.
He is the master of telling people.
I'm good at that.
That's what he's born to do.
I told you that. Yeah,
He had his full Amish gear on.
Dick.
This thing was, he was perfect. Perfect.
Move it along.
Perfect.
Move it
Perfect.
along.
Perfect. He was gonna get mad at them. I'm like, take it easy. It's not that big a deal.
Get the fuck out of here.
I will say I was kind of a dick. Well, the guy who asked you to take a picture
Of you?
of me,
Yeah.
and someone,
it's
I
not
was
gonna
like,
happen.
no.
I was retired before that happens. What's your issue with this gentleman? He seems like a nice guy.
Charles Girl?
Yeah.
So I just went this morning to go look. I wanted to see that video that I think did really well on Twitter.
The one that Dave tweeted out?
That Dave tweeted, Gaz tweeted
Yeah, I
first,
saw
maybe.
that, yeah.
All these people.
The cross one.
And he deleted it. And I'm
did?
pretty sure that he had a shit ton of stuff all over social media at this show. And now I'm pretty sure that he deleted all the stuff from the show. Like on his Facebook page, I think
Why?
I saw it. That's my question. That
Do you think he
seems
just
very...
got worried, like, once, because you tweeted the Steve's a liar guy thing, right?
Once it goes viral, you're saying? Or
So no, he might have just been saying, fuck, maybe the show wants to put that
Oh,
up.
maybe. He's a very
You know what I mean?
nice guy.
That's my
I'm
assumption.
trusting you. That seemed very weird to me. That like a video goes viral, you delete it, and you're a huge fan. I don't know.
The weirdest, super nice guy. The strangest, most surprising VIP interaction I had was there was an older guy. And I was like, I know. Why am I forgetting who this guy is? And so he comes up to me, and he's one of the last guys. And he is the guy. He was a retired PI who lived in South Carolina who spent a day with me and Steve, like interviewing people.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I just became a big fan of the show once I started listening to it.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, okay.
That's awesome.
It's like last time we were in, like, in Wall Hollow, like driving around, but it was funny. It was just fun. But people were, I mean, everyone's great. The greatest fans in the world.
Yeah, Kevin Mailer was there. You made a lot
Kevin
of
was great.
fans down.
Yeah, he was on furlough for the weekend. He came up.
That would have been a fun video.
Awesome. Yeah, you watch him do a video. He's in prison. No, but it was good. That's why, look. I can announce it now. I talked to Erica this weekend. I have signed an extension to Barstool.
Ooh.
All right.
10-year extension. 5 days a week, 5 hours a day.
Yeehaw.
I can't get enough
He's
of it.
excited again.
I cannot
folks.
get enough of it. Oh, how much will I hate this show by, like, Friday this week?
I was saying, someone said to me, like the pop, when you introduced me,
Yeah.
and people cheered for me, I said the irony will not be lost on me when I'm listening to the show. And he said, "Listen, no hard feelings with Mike, which is we've had. His time is done here.
Yes.
Whatever."
It's true. It's true. It's true. No, but it was great. It was fantastic. More negatives, please go ahead.
I'm sure they're more than I'm forgetting, but you're right. They're very little. I have to move on. It was just a very stressful day. That's all.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, obviously you screwed up the. So we did a video with a bunch of Julie DeCaro stuff where I and one of the singers of No Exit 4 sang essentially a duet of Secret Garden by Bruce Springsteen.
Yep.
To Julie DeCaro.
Yep.
Right.
Which I thought was very effective. The crowd seemed to enjoy it.
Yep.
So Dave didn't really quite. I'm not really sure how you screwed that one.
Just
up, Dave.
didn't, for some reason, it didn't click in the first show with, I think because I was so paranoid
Where
with
else
all
would
the
we have
little
played
things
the
that were
3-minute
happening.
video segment
No, but it
with
was just
DeCaro?
like, just completely went dark because of all the other things.
I got you.
But in fairness, and this is not excuse it, you knew that was the thing that I was most, because we didn't really write out.
We
that.
worked on it before the show.
No, but we didn't do it well. And I remember vividly saying to you, we need to do this guy. I got to go get a pen and write it down. And we never went back to it.
Well,
I know. That's on me too. That's on me too. But that's why I'm saying, like,
it went fine. Bullshit. The second show was fine. No big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. It didn't seem to me like there was a lot of one or two drunken crowd things, but that was really one guy, and I essentially took a chair and almost broke his nose with it. Like, I have such little patience for the drunk crowd. Like, it's
The second crowd was definitely.
you knew that was going to
Yeah,
happen, right? It was 10 o'clock. I think we started at 10, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I knew that crowd was going to be, but also it's good with the bad. That's probably part of the reason why they were so crazy too.
yeah.
So that was fine. Like, and I didn't think Like, you know, I know the security people were upset, but it wasn't like I was like hanging on the rafters or anything. Like, it wasn't like crazy. I didn't think anything was particularly crazy.
Right.
Did you, Justin?
No, but I just don't think they're used to it.
Oh, for sure. Not.
I mean,
but it's a rock. It's,
and
you know,
they're
it's like a parody of a rock show, though.
But I think they have artists there every now, like bands there every now.
Yeah, but
and
they have
then.
like Mary Chapin Carpenter.
Oh, true.
Bonnie
Like
Raitt.
Chris Bodie or whatever. Yeah.
And if you believe they said this, they're right that all it takes is one drunk to be like, this would be funny.
Right. Then I could sue them, right? The Wilbur?
Sure.
Absolutely.
That might be what they're
Beef up
concerned
that
with.
security. No, but look, the Wilbur, the owner of the Wilbur has reached out to me several times, so I am friends with him now. So now you're not going to get me to criticize the Wilbur.
Okay.
Won't happen.
Good.
A plus.
Happy to hear it. Yeah. I did think all the people there were nice. There was parts of their personalities that didn't vibe
that's
with what I
their
thought.
job.
Our show, to your point, they weren't experienced with that, but they were.
That woman
super
with the dog was
helpful.
very nice.
She was.
Very.
She seemed, I didn't interact
Very
with her
nice.
much.
What do you
Sound
need?
guy was like literally the nicest guy in the world.
He was a very nice guy. He was the guy who was on stage a lot, right?
Lighting guy, the second lighting guy in front, like the one in the crowd, I could do without for the rest of my fucking life.
What did he do to you?
Oh, he literally did nothing. Like he literally did nothing.
It's up to the artist to perform, not to him. You know.
Yeah.
So we request somebody else for that show.
The odd thing about having the dog is that it was a dog that does bark. Like,
Didn't hear it during the show.
It was
though.
not particularly
Did
quiet.
not hear the dog during the show. Did
No,
you?
it's-
I don't think.
I didn't hear anything.
That's true. Neither.
I heard a lot. Well, before the show, it was like every comedian loves that dog, right? We
really?
kept hearing stories like that. Like, oh my God, John Mulaney, that time with Ducky. Is that the
Yes.
dog's name? Ducky?
Yes.
Daisy?
Leave Ducky alone. We leave Ducky's parody account. I'm trying to we'll make some money.
He
at the second
requested
show,
the dog
Dave.
be there.
Jesus.
Yeah, Ducky's got to come on the tour bus with John Mulaney.
It's just nice. I'm actually not a fan of those big hairy dogs myself.
Yeah.
But like, it seemed like a nice enough dog. No?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely
He
nice
was he was a friendly dog. Trying to think of any other negatives before we get to a couple of the big ones.
Oh, the J-Rock thing where I walked off.
But that was because of
I didn't know what the fuck was
because
happening. I got Kanye'd.
yeah, that was because of the. Oh yeah, we had a heckler built in for Mike for each show. The first show, J-Rock was supposed to shit on Mike and be like this fucking pussy, you know, the whole thing. So Justin was so flustered by not being able to land a prostitute that he then had to leave the show. I guess I don't know what was going on.
It was planned to leave to go do the second VIP check.
Right.
So that's what I thought I was supposed to do.
Okay, so that just didn't work then, right?
No.
Okay, good job.
So
and then the second show we had.
Did you guys ever go over that
It goes to
segment?
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, I said to him, I was like, you're gonna heckle him.
Yeah.
And
But it
he's
was
done.
just-
And then I
that
said,
was
then you're gonna go do the VIP. I said
you
it was in time for that, right?
You just said like, say this sucks.
I don't think my.
You felt very concerned about that. Like I remember you leading up to the show.
Well, you're supposed to heckle, like you're supposed to roast him.
Yeah, it wasn't a heckle. He
I
just
didn't know
said, Mike, sorry, I have to get a hooker. And I was like,
I
what?
thought it was supposed to be like too cool for it, like J-Rock.
What's what J-Rock does? He's like, yeah, what is this shit? You know, that thing
Don't
is.
think about what J-Rock would say.
So-
just do.
Yeah, okay, so that was a fail.
Communication is key.
No, it's execution is key. I'm in favor of it. And then the second show, the Ghost of Jim Murray.
It goes to Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, rather.
Yes, I don't know why you would even say
that?
Jim Murray. Yeah. That was both the meanest thing said about me and
I couldn't hear
the
it.
hardest
It was
laugh
funny.
I
I couldn't hear that. What did he
that
say?
I could hear.
What was one you were laughing at? That one I couldn't hear.
He said, is this the only fat pig you could book for today? Was Julie DeCaro on that?
That's right. I did hear that. That was funny. That was very funny.
Boo, boo, boo. That's not me, the ghost of Ronald Reagan announcing my arrival. That's me letting you know what I think of your act, Blind Mike. Boo, boo, boo. Let him have it. Yes, boo, boo.
Very funny.
Before we get to the other ones, let me tell you. And by the way, the whole thing was worth it to see. Literally, the first show I considered to be essentially a packed sellout. I'm sure there were some empty spots, but that felt like a packed house, no?
Yeah.
To see the entire place, literally the entire place might give Bill from Milton's a standing ovation.
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful.
It was
fucking
It was
awesome.
loud. I know
It's
that.
worth the whole thing.
Yeah.
That is loyalty 101. And but let me just say, I mean, I think Justin might. Oh, you know what's funny? I was walking around after the show, just kind of looking, and a couple of security guards walked by, and one of them said to the other guy, "Was that Ryan Gosling who was hosting the show in that suit? Did you see him on the
Is that what
cross?
they
Like,
said?
oh my god!" They were like, "This guy is incredible looking."
It's odd that they wouldn't know who was
And they were like,
hosting.
"Who made that suit?" It was so strange.
A lot of comments, though, I will say, I saw on Twitter, but of how dapper you looked.
Oh, I looked good. Even Dave has to say I look good.
You look
fit,
really, the hard nine.
tanned.
Hard nine.
Not a 9.5.
No, why not? Only
well,
1.9.
try my hardest.
Actually, there was a fucking bitch at the VIP who literally came up to me. Like,
Right.
We're doing it. Well, it's Milton.
Sorry,
Just
I
go
don't
ahead.
need
It's
to go.
Milton.
I'm sorry. Never mind. Never mind.
They've stuck
I
with
won't
me
do
through
it.
They've
I
stuck
won't
with me
do
through that word before, so go ahead.
it. I won't do it.
No, go ahead. No one hear it.
She legitimately came up to me.
Who is this person?
I'm just going to call her the bitch.
Well, who is she?
I don't know her name. I have no idea her name. I didn't recognize her. A little older. Dead serious. She's there by herself, obviously, because she's a fucking Madawaska 4. And she looks at me and she's like, there's no way anyone would consider you a 9.5.
That's a fact.
Damn.
You are
Jesus.
a 6. And I'm telling you, in that moment, we were having enough of a conversation. I would have picked up the sarcasm. She was dead serious.
Well, that's what she believes. Yeah. She paid her ticket.
Just a cold SOB.
Jesus.
I don't know. So I've gotten before, not at the Wilbur, but at live shows before. I remember a woman came up to me and said, but you don't look as bad as you do on camera.
It's nice.
I said, oh, thank you. That's very sweet.
Somebody said to me in the line, like, oh, you're not as old as you say you are. I'm like, oh, great, thanks. Actually, I am exactly as old as I say I am. But Milton, that was so awesome to see the crowd. That is loyalty and great product. A bunch of people told me in line, too. They were in their Milton stuff. Bill, I had a good talk with Bill and his son, and they were saying all these people are coming up to him. That was honestly worth the entire thing, that ovation. So go to Milton's right now. South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. And now open at the Burlington Mall or shop online at Miltons.com. They are absolutely the original and most loyal sponsor of this show. I mean, I can't, that was so great. If you want to shop online, go to Miltons.com. You saw me in my suit. If you want to get a suit like that, go there, you buy one, get one free right now. You get your summer shoes, get your wedding stuff. Get moving right now. Go to Milton's. Again, one of the highlights of the show for me, that first show, was that ovation for Bill and for the loyalty and the great, great, great people at Milton's. Go there today. We should I don't know. We're going to do, I'm looking this week to do Monday, Tuesday, Friday, if that's okay with you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Polar's Wake is Wednesday. So we're going to do the funeral Thursday. I don't know if you guys can be able to go. I don't know. I mean, again, man versus tree in the car is almost never, there's a history. It's never good.
Sure. Was that considered a negative? It seemed like you didn't really mind.
No, I'll tell you what happened. So Greg had a video where he essentially did a parody of Clemmer's rap tryout for the thing, which was very funny with Mike and with Justin, right?
With
Dave and Justin.
Oh, Dave, I'm sorry, Dave. Right, I'm sorry, Dave and Justin. So we didn't put it in the first show, just I think because time was it a time thing? Or?
Yeah, I just think timing was. Yeah,
and we did the Marks thing, so I was like, we're not going to do two of them. It was only
my fuck up added an extra song that was like, and that was a long one. It was like 5.5 minutes.
What, the one, the Marks one?
No, you went to a cover of Tom Petty.
Yeah, that's right, Last Dance, which they did at both shows, which I thought was great.
It was awesome.
I'm fine with doing those. Yeah. So I see Greg, the second VIP, go down there, and Greg's down there. And I talked to him for a few minutes, and like he keeps saying like, "Oh, I hope you're really appreciating this night, how much it means." Like very nice and earnest. Yeah. He's like, "You're not really." He's like, "The thing is, like, when Colleen screws up like that, he's like, you got to realize like that's actually good for your show." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like, he's telling me things like I obviously know already. So I'm like,
right.
And they keep saying, "He's like, are you enjoying this? Are you happy? Are you proud of yourself?" Yeah, I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
Really well meaning. Greg is an awesome guy. So I'm like, at first,
the conversation you two have, like the level of conversation you guys probably haven't had before, right?
You know, I almost considered him, like a friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm like, oh, wow. And he's at the bar. I'm like, well, okay, he's having a good time.
Yeah.
So I go around and I take all my pictures. The second VIP crowd, by the way, wasn't the second audience wasn't as big, but the second VIP crowd was huge.
Yeah,
so
it was. Yep.
We did that. We went through that. Kind of didn't think about it. Then we called Polar up to do the video at the second show. As it turns out, we didn't even really need to call him up. We could have just played it.
True. Sure.
Yep.
But which is fine. He gets up on stage and he's fine at first, and then he literally starts staggering. So it's different than like with Mike, where Mike was an employee of the show.
Sure.
Like, and I told Mike, we can go over this again. I told Mike clearly that day in the show, do not drink. Right. Mike chose not to because he's a fucking wild man. He's a bad boy.
It's true. Yes.
So Greg was absolutely, as Peter Minihane would say, legless at this event. I mean, staggering around. And got to the point where I was like, I was going to interrupt him, but I was like, I like how uncomfortable this is. So I stepped back, and he did the thing where he was like, this is the greatest podcast. And the Minifans are the greatest fans. And it was like this weird,
There was a point where I couldn't hear much of what he was saying. I didn't realize he was drunk for a while.
How drunk was he, would you say, Dave?
Oh, he was an 8.5 at least.
Right.
Yeah. When you say?
But, but there was a point where you turned around just to tell, I think you were telling Dave the next thing you were going to or something. And then when you turn around, you go, "What's happening?" Because Greg was just on a rant.
But it worked. Like the crowd popped.
Oh, it's funny
at the dumb stuff.
But I feel like there was a limit to
Yeah.
Then you get to the point where it's difficult to get a drunk person off the stage.
Yes.
Like nicely. So I was like, how do I end this?
I will give credit to the fans of the show who pointed out this little line from Friday.
I thought of this. I actually, if this is the one you're going to play, if this is the one you're going to play,
I was like, maybe he's proving a point here.
Go ahead.
We can, control ourselves and have the right amount of fun in our alcoholic content.
Yeah. He had a very strong defense, which is very telling, very telling. But so he messaged me yesterday, we're texting or something, and he's like, hey, he's like, I was overserved. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I was like, great content. We had a great time. And he said, oof. And then I was like, what, bad hangover or something? He's like, no, the word content. I don't think he liked that or something. Then he said
I got the same message.
Then he said he was going away. And I was like, oh, if you're back in time, like, great if you come in for the show. He's like, I'm good. He's like, I'll be back at the end of the bucks. I almost got the sense he was angry.
I think he wants it scrubbed from existence.
Oh, they told me he asked.
No, I gotta say.
It's just not possible. But
yeah, I mean,
not that we're releasing
tough
any
shit
of it,
city.
though.
Like, I mean, scrubbed how? From what?
Exactly.
Existence?
Well, I kind of agree with him. I'd also like any record of.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a show. Like,
well, I figured like we're gonna release some stuff over time and things like that. That maybe he wouldn't want like a social media clip mocking it or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, well, I mean, but I don't even understand.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he? It's not a big
He
deal.
probably wouldn't have. I would say almost the only way to assure that might happen is by saying, "Could you not release this?"
Yeah.
He's luckily not famous enough that it's going to go viral or anything. It was Amy Poehler. If we get her to do it, I feel bad that he feels bad. It's not. I mean, like, I didn't know. Did he not think he was going to do the second show? Was there a communication?
No, I think he was. No, I think he knew he was going to be in on the second show.
Oh, we love Poehler. I tweeted out yesterday. He's part of this.
Yeah.
This endears you to the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was giving me shit for not being a part of the first show, but he knew he'd be in the second show. Yeah.
Was he angry at you for not being part of the
No, I just think he was.
Because he seemed to me angry yesterday. I'm like, oh shit! Like, I don't want this guy to feel.
I don't think
bad.
so.
No, okay. I feel bad if he feels bad. I don't
he was
want
okay.
that
He
to
was
be-
okay on Saturday night, or maybe he just didn't want to piss me off or something. I don't know.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, yesterday I was like,
Because I saw him at the VIP drinking it up before the second show.
Right.
So.
Yeah, well, I don't want him to be angry at us, but so I don't know. I thought it was funny. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Drove home, but that's it's his choice.
Yeah,
I'm sure you Ubered. So the first show ends, Mike.
Yes.
I am cooked at the end of the first show, like drained, sweating. So I changed the shirt. My cousins, the cousins were the sex show actually popped back. I got them in. I talked to them for like 2 minutes. Then went down, did the VIP again. Then went up and had that little couch and was lying down on that couch for like 2 minutes before the second show. And I just hear this like enormous boos from the crowd.
Okay.
Huge boos. So I was like, I'm like, oh, Cullinane must have been testing something and popped up a picture of Shirley or just Cullinane himself. Cullinane got a tremendous amount of booze during the show.
Hurtful.
Tremendous amount of booze during the show.
I didn't think it was right.
No, absolutely not. But I will, like, there is booing, like honestly, the way Steve used to be booed at these shows, or the way Dave is, where they boo because they love to boo. Like,
it was loud. I heard it too.
So I get a text. I think I see on Twitter that Clemmer it just arrived at the show. So I'm like, that's weird. I was like, I thought we articulated clearly that, like, again, you bought a ticket, whatever, it's America. But I was like, I thought we had kind of a clean break. Do your thing, no big deal. This was articulated, I think, pretty well.
I hope so. I mean, his argument was that
we'll get there. So I texted Dave. I was like, Clemmer's here, and he's like, yeah. I was like, well, bring him back here. Bring him to me. I actually felt like Tony in his office at Satriali's.
It was.
Like, I was like, why do I have a meatball sandwich at this event right now?
So the fun thing from my perspective, I was talking to the guy that was taking the pictures, the photographer. Minifan.
Yep.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
We were chit-chatting, and Chris just makes a beeline, comes backstage. And I was like, oh, you guys must have planned something that I'm not aware of with Chris. So if I had seen him in time, I would have gone, hey, buddy, what's going on?
Right.
I didn't realize it was not a happy environment.
Well, I mean, I just, and we'll get to a tweet that
just came out.
Yesterday, you mean? Or?
Just everyone.
What?
Every tweet.
From today?
It was just drink this and poop.
No. Oh, not that. We'll get there. We'll get there too. This show meant so. These two shows meant so much. I know it sounds corny, but for me, they meant so much. We worked hard. It meant something to me. It meant something for them. There's a connection there that meant a lot to me. And I do feel like Clemmer turned his back on the show and on the. I just feel that way. He might disagree. I didn't want him there, so he shows up, and I could hear him. He seemed rattled as he was walking backstage, you know?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he came in and I heard him talking to Dave and he was shaking when he came in the room.
Yep.
Like, right? Or,
Yes, definitely. Yep.
So I was just like, what's going on? Why? And the whole thing is filmed anyway. And I actually told the Barstool guy, like, don't film this. But then he kept filming. I was like, fuck it, whatever. Film it. Of course film it. You got to film it. You got to film it.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He's like, I thought you meant like you're not going to be part of the show. And I was like, well, I didn't want you here. And eventually we just kind of talked for a minute. I was like, just get the fuck out of here. Meeting out of the room.
Yeah.
And I immediately said to Conan, make sure he doesn't leave.
After he was going. Yeah.
Now you just can't.
Like
leave.
when
Exactly.
when you said get the fuck out of here, like he was gone. You'll see it if
he left the Wilbur entirely?
No, he was, by the time I texted him, if he wasn't out of I don't know what door he went.
So I didn't want that because then that becomes a thing where it's like, we can just stay if you want to fucking stay with her. But just annoy me. But I got over it. It wasn't a big deal. Like I really didn't like care. Like I was like, I'm going to have fun at the show. I'm not going to let the fact that this asshole is here ruin the entire thing. But I hate his fucking guts. Like let me it's not a joke. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate his guts.
So I was going
I absolutely hope he gets with it. Like I know I joke around. I absolutely fucking hope he gets the worst cancer you can. He's gonna die. He's clearly an alcoholic anyway. He's gonna fucking die of cirrhosis of the liver soon.
Right.
And I cannot wait for that day to absolutely go to his wake and take a fucking shit on his face.
I just am thinking of a couple weeks ago when you were like, I don't hate Chris.
I hate him. I fucking hate him because he did that. He purposely did that. So
I don't.
And
that's
the next time, and that's like, there's nobody. Whatever. Good luck at Barstool. Seems like it's off to a huge start. You know, it seems like there's a lot of momentum there. So good luck with that. What's up, mate?
That's where these guys. So these guys disagreed with me. I said that I certainly, if I was like after Metawaska, if you had fired me and there was a live show the next week or something, I definitely would not have gone because I'm uncomfortable in those situations. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't have necessarily thought I'm not allowed to go.
He wasn't allowed to go. He bought a ticket. He's a human
these
being.
guys are saying like it's crazy that he showed up.
Yeah, he bought a ticket. Like he can go.
That was kind of my perspective.
I mean, I didn't want him there.
he had a role at the Wilbur initially, right? So he had a segment plan.
That was very clear.
Correct. And I said, we do not need you for the Wilbur. Mm-hmm. Clean break, no hard feelings in a text. And then as a friend, congratulated him on a job.
Yeah, so he probably thought he could go. So
correct.
Whatever.
And that's all. And so did I have to, because that was one of his defenses, was Dave never told me.
I don't care. He was there. It's fine. I just didn't want him there, but he was there. A lot of people that were there I didn't want there. He happened to be one of them. So whatever. Like, he went.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like, I don't know what, I think he thinks maybe he thinks it's all a joke.
I think I was saying as we were debating it before the show today, like, so he is the epitome of what a Minifan is before he joined the show, before he got to Barstool, all this stuff. He would rip this person apart.
Of course.
If
this
he were
guy's
just a listener
he's a
of the show.
fucking joke. Portnoy should fire him. This whole this whole act he's doing, it's just fucking boring. He sucks. He's a drip.
That seems harsh. But I do think it's a little weird that he's not, and I guess I understand if you're in a new position, because I've done this too, where I've pretended to be something because I thought I was supposed to be this type of personality, but he's become like not himself.
No, of course, but that's what I said. He's Chris Curtis.
Right, like the thing he told me, he tweeted something this morning where I was like, that's not.
It's sad. You should see.
That's not him. Yeah.
It was somebody tweeted to me the one about the train.
Yes.
The train.
Yeah.
He was like, it's 8:15. I haven't even had a drink yet. It's like, well, that's the thing that you denied.
Your rule was during the day.
That's what I'm saying. But like, he's just a fucking phony. He's a fucking phony.
Yeah, I was surprised by some of that stuff. But
absolutely. I mean, monkeypox times 10 on him, I hope.
Yeah. You also know
the guy who does the charts. I want every single one of these to count. I want him to die. 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 I want him to die.
He's got a busy day, that guy.
I want him to die, and I will dig up his dad's grave. And at the wake, I will take his dad's skull, and I will skull fuck Clemmer's dead body with his dad's dead fucking skull head.
That seems remarkably harsh.
Can't wait to do it. Can't wait to do it.
So was that the biggest
I'll finish the list for him, though, Mike.
Right.
Because I love the 90s movies. So if he's,
That's job security is what it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if he dies of cirrhosis of the liver at like 86, depending on, I will retroactively go back to if there are movies in the list I disagree with. I will start over. I'll start the list over.
Oh, God.
And I'm so nervous about my job security. I'm doing the top 100,000 movies of all time.
All right.
Once a month.
I got to say, your age.
Once
I
a
didn't
month.
do the math on how many years that is, but.
Once a month I'm going to do it. Yep. What do you think of that?
I don't know if you're going to quite make it.
Yes. What was that, Dave? Good.
I don't know. As we get further away,
That's what I mean. I get this angry thing now. I've not had the last couple of days because I hate people who turn their back on Minifans. Like I get mad at them sometimes, but I love them.
Yeah,
I'm
getting angrier and angrier as we like get further away from the Wilbur because I just feel like I wished him well.
Dave, I got him that job. I literally, Porter said, if you say don't hire him, I won't hire him. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Hire him.
Yeah.
Right. And you recommended him for the Barstool Idol thing in general.
Yes. But, yeah.
So my thing is,
and by the way, Dan Katz we'll never mention on the air because he's a nice guy. God bless him. You could tell with the hates him as much as I hate him. To be very clear.
Well, as much as Dan is capable of hating someone, I imagine.
Dan's a nice guy, but he can hate. He
okay.
hates Chris Klemmer. Hates.
So let me throw this at you, though. Play devil's advocate here. Mm-hmm. If you found out that Chris just gave someone his ticket, wouldn't you be like, see, turned his back. He doesn't like the show anymore.
Absolutely not. No, because we made it. I thought that was what we articulated to him.
Okay.
Yep. No. And I didn't say, by the way, like I said, you bought a ticket. I'm not going to tell somebody you bought a ticket, you can't go to the show.
Okay, right. Because these guys were saying, why would he think he's allowed to go?
But if you do a thing where it's kind of like you're going your way, we're going our way. Good luck with everything. Like I don't want to see or deal. And I think Chris saw it at the mini golf tournament the other day. I was not fucking around. Like I just don't want his fucking stupid face in my life.
Sure. Yeah, I've learned.
I can be cold sometimes, you know.
That's what I was trying to say.
That's why I argue back.
It's not a joke usually.
That's why I argue back with Mike. Like you have to look at it from Chris's perspective. Like I think most normal people, if they got the messages, whether it be from me or you
I wouldn't
on the
go
show,
out of my own personal discomfort.
No, but most people wouldn't go, and that's at the most basic level. They wouldn't go.
Do you think Brandon? You saw Brandon tweet that thing out?
Yeah.
Did you get that picture from Chris? You think?
Probably. I don't
That's
know.
what I mean.
Well, I could have just grabbed it from Twitter, but I don't know.
I don't think so. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just think that like on a basic level, a regular person doesn't go. If you really know this show and you've been in here and you can sense the atmosphere and sense the tone.
Just have respect for me. Like have respect for the work I've been. Like that's all. But you know what? If you don't want to, if you want to be that guy, go for it. But I would say this, Mike. Yeah. If you're going to be that guy and you're working for Barstool, be a fucking disruption at the show. Then.
Well, that's where
embrace it and be an asshole. These two, I saw his eyes in there. Yeah. That's never going to happen.
That's where I don't think he was going there to be a villain, because otherwise you would have tweeted, I'm here, I'm going to ruin the show. Right. Or Kirk was an asshole to me, or whatever. You would have said something about it. But my
point is, I would begrudgingly give him, I'd be pissed, but I'd give him credit if he did that.
Right. Which is why I'm saying I don't think that was his intention. I thought he would, maybe he thought he would go unnoticed, which is probably an
people said to me that he was like milking it up. He was getting booed. He was posing and doing this. Like, what the
hell? Okay. Yeah. So he's a heel.
Did you see that or no? Justin?
I didn't know he was there. I went up to...
Man, you're security. Let Chris Clay. You hate him. He's your enemy.
I went upstairs to change, and then I come back down, and someone's like, why did you guys kick Chris out? And I thought they were talking about the studio.
That's the guy said to me at the show. He's like, that's the guy who put smushed the chair in his fucking face. He's like...
Oh, right. You did.
I was like, he's here, you idiot.
Yeah. Well, you did. Like, you asked the question at the first show. I had no idea he was planning on coming whatsoever.
I said all along he was going to show up. Like, it's just like the same thing with the mini golf tournament. I knew he was going to be at these things.
I think you alerted me to him being there. I didn't see him
guys. I got a bunch of people tweeting like, oh, Clemmer just walked in.
Yeah.
Which, again, he could go to it, but like, that's my point when he's like, he doesn't actually, it's fine. It's good luck to him. That's all. I hate his fucking guts.
I think Barstool I think the vibe around that office is Chris, continue to use the Kirk Minihane show to live, like, have him get over through the Kirk Minihane show.
Well, good luck. I mean,
because they keep on tagging the show and all, like he'll like run a race.
I think they think that, like, I don't think they're aware of our relationship with him right now, because I don't talk to them about it. Like,
you think they are or not?
Are not.
So my theory, because Justin mentioned that to me before the show, and I said unless it's Gaz doing that or something.
Could be, but even then, I don't think
even
he's
Gaz.
that. I mean, it's not. I mean, maybe you could be right. I don't know. Yeah, unless I'm forgetting something about that. I don't know. I mentioned him at the second show briefly. I think I made it how it felt clear. And then that was it, right? I'm not going to sit there and focus on him. Whatever. Good luck. You know, Greg did his video about him, but I mean, you know.
No, I'll give you credit though, because I just think you fucking busted your ass on that first show to then have something like that happen.
No, it's not like you know.
No, it's not the end of the
death threat.
No, I mean, are you okay?
It's not that big a deal.
But we got enough fucking little, a lot of little things.
Like I said, the show meant a lot to me. I feel like Chris was aware of that and decided to do it, and that's fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world. And he was here for a year. He did a good job on the show and turned his back, and that's his decision. And now he's got a job, and you know, good luck there. That's all. But like, it's over. Stop. Like, don't go to shows. Don't do that stuff. Do your own thing. Build your own audience. Do your own live shows. Get your own career going.
Have you talked to Portnoy since your appearance on the show at all about that?
On my show?
What? No, you were on Portnoy's show. I'm saying, have you talked to him since then? about Chris at all?
No. Well, maybe at the maybe a Lion. No, I didn't even think of the mini golf tournament. No, I don't think we don't we talk a lot.
Because I saw the video from his show of them talking about Chris getting hired.
Yeah,
he seemed nonplussed by the whole experience.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
From the one I was on, or
no? Portnoy was just saying like, I guess we hired Chris. It was almost like he felt like he had to. It was weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was a weird video.
Well,
I didn't see it.
They hired that Josh Prey guy, and he goes on like a 4-minute rant.
Maybe it was
this guy's
his mom or
huge.
something.
He's like, this guy's gonna be huge. He's so funny, and blah blah blah. He talks for like 4 minutes, and then he's like, and we also, Clemmer, I believe, is in. New York.
Really?
No,
Well,
it's like it's kind of a throwaway line.
I mean, look, Chris has a huge opportunity. Like, be creative, and so far he has cashed in on that. I'll give him that. Jeez, but good luck,
Well, he's kind of a shocking, outrageous guy now, which I didn't really know him as.
That's what I said. That's not gonna work.
A lot of poop material.
It's not gonna work.
Your front calves, the front of your that, it looks sinewy. You look strong, my friend.
Thank you. Well, that's the first time I've ever been called that. So
it's weird how it works. I hate his voice now. I hate the sound.
I was saying that to Justin.
I hate the sound. I fucking hate him. Yeah. I just hate his guts. Yeah. I just fucking hate him.
You know, I told you guys 3 years ago I hated his voice. No one listened to me then.
You were right. Yeah, I'm looking at this last tweet he had. He's just getting destroyed. And people.
Oh yes.
I also should say this is the first day I took a shit in the office.
Oh hell yeah, dude! You should,
yeah.
That's big.
Awesome.
Private
brother.
bathroom or the
public bathroom? Or just
I guess it was early in the morning. It was the public one. I guess it's like that one that's like right.
So it had multiple stalls.
Yes, there were multiple stalls. Large amount of anxiety.
Yeah.
And
what was worst case scenario in your mind? Like
whatever. Yeah.
He's the shit guy now.
Poo-poo man.
Jesus Christ.
Poo-poo pee-pee man.
By the way, how great was he? I mean, again, I can't. You name the disease, I'll pay for it to inject into his body.
Yeah, we'll see the behind the scenes stuff. I do want to see if they caught a lot of that because that was.
The guy was in there filming the whole thing.
Oh, he was in the corner and maybe he moved because I went and got him, so I didn't really pay attention.
He was in the room.
And
I was
okay.
Yeah. That's fine. The kid did a good job with the poem.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was my first real whoosh of anxiety.
Oh,
when
you
had the kid come up.
Yeah.
And not only could I not hear it, you then turned to me and said something where I could tell you were addressing me. And I said, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, I could tell your reaction.
You were like, "What?"
You understood why I asked you first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had so Latino Kirk won the contest for baby Mancock when we raised all that money for that kid who was never born. Total scam.
Sure.
That guy left the country like $100,000.
He's a smart guy.
And there was a couple of poems I wrote about one of my favorite people in the world, Warthog's girlfriend.
Right. So I heard. I heard of Warthog's girlfriend, so I knew why you were turning to me.
Yes.
But I couldn't reference anything in the poem because I couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
And so I was being serious when Justin read it. I was like, "Oh, I heard it this time. It's funny."
Yeah. And the second one was good too. And Justin read the second one.
Yeah.
And then the kid, who was that guy Obviously's kid.
Yes.
Yes. Which I knew that guy, but then I realized later it's the Obviously guy.
Obviously.
Yes.
It's a fun joke.
Who I thought left the world.
For a little bit,
Nobody leaves.
his wife had a blow up on Mike and the Minifan.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. She was a very nice woman too, as I recall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but that was good. He did a good job. Good kid. Geez, what was his name?
I remember the name
also
Brandon being thrown out there. I don't
there were
know.
two Brandons, the guy in the band and him, I think.
Yeah, Brandon sounds familiar.
I could be wrong, but good job by him. And he got a lot of the merchandise too. A knockoff merchandise we finally got rid of.
Great to get rid of that. Great.
And I lost my Julie DeCaro book. I threw it in the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I know. It could be
That's evidence.
That could be you. I was gonna say I think I broke the law by doing that.
Jesus.
And that was a big part of the museum. How was getting this thing back here?
It's tough. Not pretty.
Tough.
You might see this.
I stood on it though. It was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hurting today, but
Very sturdy.
And the cross is in the Trudell studio.
yeah. I touched it up a little bit this morning. Could you smell it when you walk in the office?
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll have Mike do a show on that at some point.
On the cross?
Yes, why not? Any other Wilbur thoughts?
I don't think. I think we pretty much covered it all that I can think
Yeah.
of.
I think so.
I think so.
The tweet. Are you gonna get? To
Oh yes, thank you, Justin. We'll talk about Game Time first. Game Time is a ticketing app. Oh man, this is gonna for Springsteen fans. This is gonna be useful, I think, coming up. This is, by the way, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. And let me thank Barstool Sports, by the way, as well for the Kirk Minihane show. Great bosses to have. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows. and they guarantee the lowest price. They crack the code. Now they score deals on last-minute tickets. You get MLB tickets for under $15 on Game Time. Yankees tickets for as low as $14. Did the Yankees play a baseball game yesterday?
Oh, boy. I mean, no, not really.
Yeah,
it was no game. It was no competition. That's for sure.
I texted Carabas right after this happened in the game yesterday. He texted me, thank me for the video. Oh, he texted me how'd the show go. I texted him. I said, thanks for the video. It was great. He's like, oh, good. And I said to him, I was like, I'm not near anything. How's my guy Sale doing? Is he dealing? He did not like that. He's very upset. Got very mad because Sale's hand was broken. I feel bad. That's the one guy on the team I like. He was always very nice to me.
Yeah.
Chris Sale. He's a good guy.
You know, the Yankees win 2 out of 3 the rest of the year. They're slowing down their pace.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something.
That's incredible stat, Mike.
It is.
It's deep.
Winning percentage.
You're saying their winning percentage right now was higher than that.
Yes, that's right.
How about if they win every game?
Well, then that's an improvement.
Okay,
yes. That's a significant improvement.
Good. They are, I think, am I wrong? They're 18 and a half games out of the Red Sox, or it's 16 and a half?
I'm not sure exactly.
Well, the Red Sox, I hate to do this right now during my game. Oh, it's a sports site. Am I in the wonderful position the Red Sox are going to start giving players away before the trade deadline? Can this happen for me? Oh, that's wonderful.
16 and a half.
That is great. We'll do the Odyssey story tomorrow, Dave, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Want to reach out to that guy?
No. Okay. I don't want to talk to a radio person if I can avoid it easily as I can. Oh, that was a nice job by the dink from the stupid station in Maine.
Oh, Taylor Mannix.
Yes. Yeah.
It didn't really hit.
His brother didn't do it?
No.
Didn't want to participate?
No.
Like that, I have no idea what we're talking about. I'll find out things years from now that happened at the show.
He did say,
it's a great movie.
Hi,
book,
I'm
Mike.
Taylor Mannix, though.
I don't know if I heard that.
Mike's a little slow on the take. You get $20 off your first purchase right now at Game Time. Download the Game Time app, which I've done. Go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code Minihane, Minihane, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last minute tickets. Lowest price guaranteed. Our great partners at Game Time. Get moving there right now. And I feel like that first video with the cross, I felt like that hit really well, too.
It did, definitely.
Good. Yeah, Mike, Dave did a very good job on that.
Nicely done, Dave.
Can I get my pictures back at some point?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's in that office.
Excellent. Yeah. Good. I was going to mention something before we mentioned the other thing. Oh, so I don't know. So that guy DEC, I hate mentioning these people, but so I did the thing and like everyone's like, oh, it's funny. And the whole thing is, like I'm pretending like I'm a rock. I believe I understand that I'm not Bruce Springsteen. That's kind of the fucking joke.
Sure.
And I'm having a great time. I had a great, it's like I can, like, if you could have like a virtual reality experience, you get to do that for an hour, like every couple of years. It's just fun. It's just funny to be people telling you they love you. It's a funny experience. And I was just having great. I couldn't have had more fun at that show. And this fuckhead tweets out, let me see. So somebody drunk Arab Bruce tweets out, the Wilbur staff do not care for this. And there's a picture of me on there and dancing around. It looks slightly dangerous.
I asked Justin how big that
was. Not that big.
Yeah, what he showed me was not too big.
I considered trying to do a flip on it, but I didn't. He tweets, "This is disturbing. This is the Yelp guy.
Yes.
This is disturbing.
That's how we know him.
It will be jarring without his mental health history. It's another thing with the issues he shared. Don't celebrate this. If you care about Kirk, get him help. Recklessness is a symptom of later things." I mean, it's just so. You know what? That's like particularly. It's just using the mental health thing as an excuse to get your bitterness across. Right. Like for me, I could say, well, like his family should get him help because he's a enormous fat fuck. Because he's obese and he's gonna fucking die because he's so fat.
So that's offensive.
So his kids and his wife and his brothers and sisters and his mother, well, she's dead. But the rest of the family, maybe she died because she was a blob too. They should reach out and get help for him because he's such an enormous fat piece of shit.
No way.
Which is true. Like, that's true. You know, like I have my mental health issues, but I wasn't doing that because I was thinking of jumping and killing myself, you stupid fuck. It's a show. It's a show. You dumb asshole. Like that's so when people use that to get their own that's where I get like that to me it's like fuck off. Like,
I thought it was like a joke at first. I couldn't believe somebody would type that out.
No, look, there's a Callie who's constantly tweeting at some wrestling podcast or something. What the fuck is going on with him? Like really?
There's also like
you want to pretend you're a wrestler? I'll tell you what, dress up like the Blue Blazer. I'll pay for you to jump off the top of the fucking building. How's that? Prick. Fat, disgusting fuckhead. What?
There's also an element of like there's a certain type of person. This is obviously not all people that go to AA, but there's a certain type of people that like when they're in recovery, then become holier than thou and kind of will talk down to you about your problems.
And that's his attitude, and I get that. But that's not. But he doesn't. You think he's really like, oh, when he sees that, do you think he's really like, oh boy, he's really thinking about suicide right now? It's a show. It's a show.
Right. Also with no context to get that deep into it and say he must be suicidal.
Wasn't there. I'll tell you what, if he was at the second show, would have definitely sold out because this fat ass would have been worth 300 seats. So, I mean, just leave me alone. Just like do your own. Again, same as with Clemmer. The two of them probably corresponded on the ass line. Do your own fucking thing. Keep doing your own. I wish you luck. Good luck with it. You couldn't handle it. Good. Go do your own thing and I have great success with that. I'm sure it'll be great. You'll be able to now buy groceries because I know you struggled with that before. Didn't he say that? He took money out from the advertising to get groceries.
Oh, right, yeah.
Why don't you worry about fucking feeding your fucking family? Probably busy grazing. They can't eat. So, I mean, leave me alone.
You poached all those advertisers, though.
That's right. I poached
true.
I stole his
steal
advertisers.
a lot of the. Dave found
I'd rather eat my next shit than brush my teeth with those fuckheads.
I don't think that's healthy.
I would.
Dave found a very interesting Yelp review. I don't know if you're in the mood to look at those, but
sure.
I just thought it was funny that he over 4 years ago, this certain location, I think it's like a veterinary hospital. This was an amazing experience. I love Bolton Veterinary Hospital. I can't recommend it enough. 1 month ago. It pains me to write a negative review of Bolton Veterinary Hospital.
I have to correct the record.
The tide has turned.
This used to be the best bet in the area. Since the pandemic, it's no longer the case.
Oh, God.
Wow.
They just stopped saving the animals.
It's a sad day.
I like to imagine he's thinking about that and thinking, I can't just leave it up there because then my good name is at stake.
It's the record. You gotta get the record, as you said. You gotta get the record correct.
Right.
What else?
From the Wilbur, I think that pretty much wrapped it up. I don't think anything crazy.
No, I don't think so either.
Fans were fine.
Fans were great.
How'd you feel about like just the people yelling out during the show? It's
gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's more so with your show that like I've been in a bunch of comics there. I've never heard people yell like that.
Different though. They think they're everyone thinks they're. Yeah, I was thinking of those two guys. Ironically, we were at Jesus Christ, Quantum Week.
Oh, right. I was actually thinking we should have tried to call them out. They were definitely there.
Did not want to see them. I was all set. I was worried about seeing them in the VIP line.
Yeah.
Every Minifan was great. They were this is great. This means so much. They were so thankful. I love this. It was great. And I know for everyone who feels that way, I'm sure somebody who hates it, but it was awesome.
I do want to thank those VIPs.
Great.
Yeah, I want to thank those VIPs because that was obviously there was like we didn't know exactly where it was going to be. We changed the last minute, all this different stuff, and they all handled it like amazingly. Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, the couple that got married at the whatchamacallit, they have a baby now.
Really?
They're still together.
They were sitting there at the VIP,
Thank God.
I didn't see them.
She was smiling. I didn't know she could smile. She was happy this day, as opposed to when the husband friggin' drugged her and forced her to get married at the...
Right. Well, they renewed their vows outside, so it was a magical day for
Yes, that's right.
And I do want to shout out, too, just not to be dreary, but a huge Minifan was supposed to be there, looking forward to it for a long time, and got... let's just say the worst possible news happened to this person. They couldn't go to the show on Saturday night. So I just want to say
we're thinking of the worst news.
Well, somebody in their life, unfortunately. So we wish you, obviously we're thinking of you and all that stuff.
I'm not. I don't even know who you're talking about. Who am I thinking of?
Well, you don't know the fan, but I know the
fan.
Who
am I thinking of?
Well, I think we should say that. This person
Why?
They're like a huge fan of the show.
Thank you very much, but
it's the second time that's happened to us, by the way. It's the second live show in a row that's happened.
People died?
What are you talking about?
Like a family member died, and then
I don't know what you're talking about. But when you say we're thinking of who am I thinking
Obviously,
of?
we're thinking of.
I'm thinking
his
of.
delivery.
Well, if I knew who you're talking about, do I know who you're talking about?
No, just a huge.
Well, how do I know then?
Oh, you wouldn't know. I'm thinking of them. I'm thinking of them.
What are you thinking of?
I feel bad. I feel awful that happened to them.
How does that help them?
I'm thinking of that person. That's all.
Thinking of them.
And to correct the record, he told me
Do you
about
walk
it earlier.
around and think of them?
You didn't stop me from saying this, Mike. You heard this.
He told me about it earlier, and I wasn't thinking about it. I forgot about him already.
Well, I'm very sorry for this person.
Yeah, it was awful. So,
what happened? Was it death?
Yeah, in the news, like something. Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, geez, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, Mike. Delay, Mike?
Good God.
Mike was like 6 seconds later. Oh, Jesus.
I take it back.
Well, hold on. Let's think of them for a second. Justin, think of them from one from everyone from I gotta admit, even then I was thinking of something else. That's bad, but I was.
I was thinking. I don't know who the person is.
I was trying to be nice.
I was thinking of the Springsteen tickets on a Wednesday. I swear to God, I was. Well, I feel very, very bad.
Oh, that one didn't come through. I reached out to Stevie Van Zandt for a nice, just like a little shout out video type of thing.
Yeah,
didn't hit.
Not as good as John Amos's.
Jesus Christ. No. But they got back to me though.
That's nice.
Yeah.
John Amos's video. Did you try for Freddie?
Yes, but like just through another angle.
Didn't happen. Huh?
Yeah.
I wonder if John Amos knew what he was signing up for, how he'd feel.
As long as the money goes through, I think these guys at that point.
He doesn't care.
How much did John Amos cameo?
I think it was $40.
That's not bad.
Yeah. No, but it was one of the worst. I mean,
it
was
his
the
connection
opposite
was
of-
bad. It sounds like me when I'm on my it was not good.
Horrific.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else?
Nope, not from the Wilbur.
No.
Nope.
Outside of the Wilbur, anything you guys want to talk about?
Do you want to wait to talk about news stories like the LeBron James thing? Not that it's old now and everything. But
I couldn't believe the amount. I didn't even realize. I looked on Twitter. I had like 10,000 likes and I saw 200, 300 quote tweets. I don't even
Oh,
know
it blew
them.
up.
Kind of. And I was like, oh, great. People are on my side. Everyone's like, you're a fucking asshole. I was like, oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. I don't want to do that. No, it was just I saw LeBron called the Celtics fans racist. And I'm
Or
like,
just Boston fans in general.
yeah.
oh, I thought you said Celtics specifically.
No, you want to hear it?
From the king himself?
From the king.
Well, first of all, I want your thoughts on J-Lo and Ben Affleck anymore. I know it's important to you.
Oh, it's
I'm
very
just happy when two lovebirds get married. I'm
What
happy any time of
is,
the week.
it is July 18th,
Yep.
2022.
No, they'll make it.
The Wilbur show's in March of 2023.
Stop it.
Will they be married at that point?
Yeah, true love. I
Absolutely.
mean, you let somebody go and they come back to you, they're yours forever. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that actually is moderately impressive in Hollywood, don't you think?
What?
That
They've been married for a day.
no, but they were together.
Were they married the first time or no?
Years ago. No, I don't think
they
so.
were engaged.
So they've been married for 2 days entirely.
They made a movie together.
They did
Rave
make a-
reviews,
They
yeah.
made
Geely.
Geely together.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Did she make a
They
cameo?
made two
in-
films
Yeah,
together.
did she have a
They were-
cameo in that other one?
They were in Jersey Girl.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Another terrible film. Go ahead.
No, I just think it's unique in Hollywood for
It will not
somebody.
last a year.
No, that's a lie.
I think they're going to make it. I'm with them.
Anyway, go ahead. So, what were you saying? Oh, LeBron James. Okay.
You want to hear it?
Sure.
I mean, Boston.
Boston, yeah. Why do you hate Boston?
Cause they racist as fuck. That's why. They will say anything, and it's fine. I mean, fuck, it's my life. I mean, it's just I've been dealing with it my whole life. I don't mind it. Like, I hear it. Like, if I hear somebody like close by, I check them real quick. I move on to the game, whatever the fuck. They're gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say. They might throw something on you. I mean, I got a beer thrown on me leaving the game. You know, like
Okay, I don't want to do this again like 5 years after Adam Jones, but like if somebody throws a beer on you, they might throw a beer on a white player. I'm just saying.
Or I would
By the
say,
way, I actually don't think he handled it. That answer's not that bad.
It's not bad at all. I actually didn't. I mean, I think he's wrong,
Like,
but
I will say the post story I saw, like he sounds. Well, I don't know if he's wrong or right. You're right. He might be right, but he seems like he's kind of almost kidding around in a way.
I think at an NBA game, if one player gets a beer dumped on them, it might not be about race.
Probably not.
You know?
Probably not. Probably
I think
not.
that might be the case.
Look, Mike Lacey my friend famously dumped a beer on Lex Luger. I'm just saying these things happen. You know, whether it doesn't matter if you're black or white. He's a great artist once said.
he's an American hero. He's a patriot.
Lex Luger?
Yeah.
That's true. You're right. It's a total
Body
package.
slam Yokozuna.
So I just said, I quote to you, I was like, he owns part of the Red Sox.
Right.
And everyone's like, well, what does that mean? It could still be true. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of true. I was like, I was more to put heat on the Red Sox. I don't give a fuck what LeBron James says. I want to see if the Red Sox react to it all. One of their owners is calling, but as we know in the past, that's not going to deter them at all.
Well, no, I think the Red Sox owners agree with him. Don't they think the
Yeah,
fans
absolutely.
are racist?
Absolutely. But yeah, so whatever. I mean, is that going to be the big sports talk radio topic of the week? Or
I would assume so. Did that happen on Saturday or no? Friday maybe?
Friday, maybe?
Yeah, I guess
Friday,
people maybe they
Yeah, I
didn't
think
talk
it was
about it
Friday.
yet.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
there
give
you
a shit. He obviously has a right to his opinion there.
I would agree with that.
It's just the fact that I would go into business with somebody who thinks the
But I think,
fans of
so
my
the
team
argument,
are
I saw a
racist.
lot of quote tweets, and I think there's actually not an unfair point. Is well, if this is true, well, that's kind of how you change it. You buy into this place and try and change I'm okay with that
Yeah,
too.
that's
actually
that's
not.
just always a lie. It's
Well, I know, but that's not a bad argument though. Not a bad argument.
No,
bullshit
but it's
one
just
now,
it's
though.
the oldest thing where it's like every city in America has racists
Of
for
course,
sure.
of course.
I don't know if Boston is significantly more than anyone else.
Well,
There
LeBron
is-
has said there's also proof of LeBron the Bass saying that the fans are great. He's also I saw somewhere where he said nobody ever said anything racist to him in Boston. So I don't know. Maybe in the past couple of years that's changed. I have no idea.
I think Boston, like places like Boston and Philly, are just crasser areas in general. So assholes might stand out to you more.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying racism doesn't exist. It does. I'm just saying what I said 5 years ago with Adam Jones, whatever that was, 6 years, I don't even 5 years ago. Like I've been to, I don't know, between Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics, Bruins events in my life, sporting events. 1,000 probably, right? I don't know.
Sure.
I've never heard that word yelled in an event ever.
No,
I just never.
I think it would be shocking if it was.
I just never have. That, by the way, that doesn't mean, as I said back then, that doesn't mean that people haven't said it privately or don't feel that way or don't. These people exist.
Sure.
But to yell that, I've just never heard it. So
no, and if it did, it would cause like a what the fuck.
But
was
like
that?
when he says somebody threw a beer at me, we're saying, yeah, that probably did happen, obviously. Like
But
that
why
happened.
is it race?
No,
Yes,
no. That's where his argument is
LeBron.
wrong, in my opinion. But we believe him that happened because
I believe him.
I definitely
I've seen it.
He takes a lot of shit.
I completely believe that.
He has. If we're just talking like shit, LeBron has taken. He's endured a lot.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I just don't know why it's race based.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
that argument of buying into it to change the culture is always bullshit.
Well, I mean,
they
he
say
did-
that with interviews, and then they
he just
fucking
just did it because there was a business deal with Fenway Sports Group, and I think he owns like a.
I think he just really wanted Liverpool. Like he wanted.
I
Like,
think that's
that,
right.
Yeah,
That's right. So I think he owns, but I think he owns like 2% of the Red Sox or something, right?
Yeah, he's fucking killing it. Jesus,
He is
Yeah.
for a guy who has no personality.
Production company too, right? That just he sold that to some big
Oh, is that
investment
right?
firm, I believe.
Yeah. So good for him.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. I don't want to go into Drury stories, but that Uvalde fucking body cam
Yeah, I
stuff
don't
is
wanna do that.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Disgusting.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
There was I was telling them before, there was a big debate because there was a shooting in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in
And
Greenville, right? Yeah.
a guy who happened to be there with a gun stopped the shooter and killed him.
Well, there you go.
And
arm them all.
There's a big debate on Twitter because the sheriff or whoever said that a good Samaritan stopped the shooter.
Damn right.
And people were like, "Good Samaritan? He killed someone."
Well, speaking of guns, like for all the talk he did in invading Colleen's personal, this guy blew up his shoot up the Wilbur, no balls.
Oh, well, I scrolled back into a
said that.
feed, which, by the way, they just blocked me from today, which is fine. I hated that feed.
Good.
He didn't come because we told that story.
A pussy.
Yeah.
We'll be there again in March, getting balls.
No, not that story.
Not yet, no.
You're thinking the shooting?
That's what I thought.
No, the Colleen family
Nursing
story.
home thing, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the shooting thing.
No,
that's fine. That's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
Dave offended. The guy was trying to be nice, trying to look out for Dave's family.
that
and
true, Dave? He's upset about
Dave
that?
shit all over.
That's what when I scrolled back.
I was
over-
offended
Yeah,
also.
I scrolled back and
Sure,
saw
it's
it.
offensive.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
I know, it's
Christ.
sad.
I didn't think it was right.
It wasn't even a big deal. I didn't say what the fuck he worked. I just thought it was strange. It was still nice, but it was strange.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. But again, you get the balls in March, load them up. We'll be there.
I fucking dare you.
Keep in mind, Colleen's the one to speak critical of you.
That's right. Yeah, so I hope your aim is good.
I mean, I was a dead target at the start of that show. I was tied up.
Yes, you
The
were.
light was on me.
Lame
What was your
duck.
thought process of like what type of faces you were going to make when you were up there? And
All
stuff like
business.
that?
I was
All
gonna-
business.
Yeah, so I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah. I can't wait to see some of the pictures that come back.
Me too, Dave. We'll get together. We'll have a fucking party.
Ooh, remember?
Well, it's a different perspective.
Can't wait. Is it? Are they here yet? Are they here yet?
Justin, there you are.
Great Paul, look how drunk. I mean, no, he's not. Pictures. Picture party with Dave Cullinane. How was pancakes on Sunday the day after?
I was hurting, but I was there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Don't miss a pancake Sunday.
Can't do it. Nope.
No. Was there any thought? Did you want now that after seeing the show? Would you have wanted Jack or Kathy to be there?
I thought about it. My best friend came and didn't tell me he was coming, so
Who's
that was
that?
nice of him. Came. I brought him down to the VIP, but
Did I meet him?
no, he was like just hanging out alone for only like 15 minutes.
Does he listen
but
to the
liked
show?
it. Just casually every
What do
now
you
and
think?
then. He thought it was awesome.
Oh, good.
He's
Good
like,
time.
yeah.
Oh, good. How about your parents, Justin?
My parents loved it.
They're not fans of the show. Your mom had no idea what was going on.
No, but they loved it. They thought it was excellent.
And your mom's nosebleeds are not cocaine related, right? She had 3, and she was like, "Oh," and she was like powder all over the place. That was.
Did
not
she
it.
actually have nosebleeds?
No,
She does
she
get
didn't.
nosebleeds.
Oh, it's interesting. They seem like normal people. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
That's often the case, though.
That's
you
very
know?
true.
Yeah.
That's
you
very
said,
true.
Like I come from, I think 3 generations of police officers and military.
Your dad offered to.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
That's the doorbell.
Careful.
Uh-oh. He's got scissors.
Boy, the irony. He just
Come a
mentioned.
long way since
This is it.
Steve and his gun.
He comes from a lineage of police officers. Today he's going to have to be a hero. Hello.
I thought someone was trying to kill us the other night here too.
Justin's talking to someone right now at the door.
It's taking longer than expected. Right now. Justin's taking orders from them.
Justin, what's going on? Justin, what's going on? Oh, I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. That's anticlimactic.
It's fine. Try to fix the goddamn bugs around this place. Is that so much to ask? No?
I think they're trying, right? That killed some of them, at least.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
It's funny to hear a group of guys that is talking about how great the fans are, and the second there's a knock on the door, we're like, we're dead.
Well, sure.
Fuck.
Your dad offered to take me a ride on the cruiser. Take me drive around in the car.
You want to ride along?
I do not. Well, I mean, with him, I would. Not with you.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a fun. We could all mic up and do a ride along.
Sure,
someday.
it seems good. Why not? Yeah. But you seem like
Sure, that's
very
legal.
nice people. Very nice.
Yeah,
people.
man, that's the best.
They enjoyed the show.
They did.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Alba, of course, did not show up.
Not there. No,
Sad.
I know loved ones there. I'll tell you though,
That's true.
I thought it went well. I had a great time. It was a cool experience.
You got to be a spectator. It was fun.
I thought it went very well. And then I didn't start panicking until like the fans that I talked to after the show were awesome. I saw on Twitter people were very nice.
Yeah.
And until my buddies that were at the show, like I had friends from high school and shit that were there. And they were, you didn't even fucking talk. I was like, oh, come on, fellas.
It's my night. Can you be
Them
nice?
and Steve were the only criticisms I heard.
Yeah, Steve asked me for the footage of your stand-up pretty early yesterday.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'll read you the Steve text. Let me see. Let me see what he had to say. Yesterday, 12:45 p.m. So Mike's fired after that, right? So after what? He said, the stand-up. I said, can you be fired for not getting paid? Brutal. He said, well, that's true. He said, 3 years, I thought he was going to kill it.
I did.
He gets a stand, kill it. Well, kill it's a little strong.
I did pretty well.
Yes, I would agree. Kill it. Would you say? I wouldn't say killed it.
Even if he didn't kill it, at least he was prepared.
It was a generous. It was an
job.
audience. It was a generous audience.
Oh, it was a Mike audience.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
the
pop for Mike coming out to both shows was amazing.
It was great. No, he did very well. He gets a stand where Burr, Chappelle, and Rock have stood with a captive audience. He was disgusted by this.
I knew that tweet had been saved in his draft.
Then I said you should tweet out your
for 2
Mike. I
years.
said you should tweet you should tweet your Mike criticism out. It'll make him lose his mind.
Oh, really didn't actually.
And then he said 1:17 p.m. Where did you watch my stand up? And I said, told you crew but funny. I said, should I tell him Dave has video? No. I said, tell him something that'll mess with him. Vague. And he said, then Steve said,
I don't even know who Charles Grillo is.
Then he said, I'm definitely not invited to his wedding now. So there you go.
He sent me the whole like, you should be proud of pulling that off text on Saturday
nice.
night. I was like, yeah, it was funny.
And Steve was, obviously a big part of the whole thing. So I mean, he worked on it for a while, over a year before he left.
He's a bum.
That's true.
He's a quitter.
Yeah, they were like asking me contract questions when we were like trying to leave at like
Who, Wilbur people?
1:30. Yeah, it was
like what?
Should we square up now? This should we do? I'm like, I don't.
That's not our issue, man.
Yeah, it's like talk to somebody else.
Yeah, we'll see.
So,
Just hand Dave the money. Here you go.
It could be.
I do have some merch money that I got to figure out. Cash. That I figure out what to do with.
Cash?
Yeah, I think I got to like mail it to Barstool. I guess.
Them. Just give it to us.
Okay.
Who cares? Do you think they know anything? They're a casino company.
Damn straight.
Oh, BetterHelp. I mean, no better time. BetterHelp. Watching these people the other night. Well, a lot of people mention their mental health, and an advocate I am, which is so true. God knows. And people said they've used BetterHelp, which is great. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, even live chat sessions, therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Kirk10. That's BETTERHELP.com/Kirk10. Again, your mind's honestly the most important thing. If that's not going, if you're not feeling good, nothing else matters. Go to betterhelp.com/Kirk10. That's BETTERHELP.com/Kirk10 to get moving right now on BetterHelp. Thanks to Game Time, Milton's, and BetterHelp this week. Anything else? Any good small stories? Anything funny?
Not really funny, but did you see that Red Sox Yankees promo that Fox did?
Ooh, that was not great.
Not good.
Not great. Yeah, you gotta know. I mean, I know that's an innocent mistake. I would guess somebody just saw that.
Yeah.
But
thought, that's kind of a cool looking thing.
But just
I think, right?
How could it be that no one said, "Oh, obviously we're not going to make those the towers"?
It's always amazing. I just think I sometimes think there's just not that many people between the person who thinks of that and getting it on the air.
There's probably nobody between it.
Right.
I can't imagine meeting the person who didn't think that would be inappropriate.
So I would probably fire that person, not just for that, because it was an innocent mistake, but if somebody's that dumb, they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what will happen. Did Fox say anything or no?
They apologized for it. I don't know if they fired the person, but they apologized.
Yeah, it was at the reflection of 9/11. Yep. It had the Red Sox logo and the Yankees logo, which is look. It's
never forget.
Oh, this is the biggest rivalry. I mean, at least it wasn't the Twins and the White Sox or something.
Right.
Yeah, that was not great. That was not. I mean, but stuff like that is where Twitter grabs it immediately.
Yeah. Did you get to enjoy any of the Open Championship?
I did Sunday. I mean, not Saturday. Sunday, I got to see quite a bit.
Okay.
I saw the last. Yeah. And congratulations to Cam Smith, who is going to join Live, by the way.
Just love that move.
Unbelievable.
Capitalize on that.
Really?
Looks like they might get Cam Smith and Hideki Matsuyama this week.
Though, what was he ranked before the win?
5th, I think.
Okay, so he should have got a pretty decent offer before that.
Yeah, $90 million.
90 million now, so he must have got like a 50
Hideki
million.
Matsuyama is a bigger get for them.
Yeah,
because that market is enormous.
Yeah, but you can brand yourself as you have the winner of the Open Championship for an international.
Yeah. But again, like Cam Smith is not like nobody cares about him.
Yeah, but they could if he keeps playing.
I was so happy. I was texting with Riggs. I love watching Rory lose. I like Rory, but I like the Rory suck ups taking one. So it was good. I was happy. I was happy for Cam Smith. So.
What's going to be fun is all the trolls will now be big, Live fans.
Yeah, but
so I think it might become something.
You know what? They'll act like they are, though. Then they won't.
Oh, well, that's what I mean.
It's so silly because if you watch the event, Mike, there's no. Like, did you watch the end of the Open yesterday or no?
I listened to it, but I didn't watch it. No.
Tremendous drama. Like, the Live just never had that because there's no stakes. No, it's just, it's 3 days.
Yeah, not is it Cam Young? Who's the guy he was paired with at the end?
Cameron Young, yeah.
Cameron Young. Eagle on 18.
Yeah, he was tied for the
unbelievable.
lead.
Yeah,
it's great.
Drove the green. Yeah.
What does that have to do with Live?
Well, I'm just saying the end of it. The stakes were like really.
You're just
big
thinking about
for
those pictures, aren't you?
It's picture day.
Are you gonna do like the photo album the ones I gave you of this?
No, and I don't know why. Like every fan that reached out said that I have video and photos. Do you want them? I said yes to like everybody. I don't really know why. Yeah.
Because you want to look at all the pictures.
I do like seeing.
We
the
are
pictures.
now, by the way, going to do a live video. Like we'll do a live photo party. I think for the show, 4 of us.
Oh, getting our jammies.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Do you want to do that one night?
Sure. Why not? Yeah.
We'll have we'll have some hot chocolate. Okay. And we'll watch it.
Fun.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. Why not?
That's fine.
I think that's totally fine. By the way, as I said the last show, I showered in the same shower Colin did.
Yes. Minutes later.
Did you do the sandals move? Did you bring sandals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That
what
was
if
another
I masturbated in it?
That was another moment I enjoyed
You
observing.
masturbated. What am I supposed to do? I would see your fucking. Did you masturbate it?
Never know.
Well, I want to go back to this place. I know you don't, but you got
It's hard to even describe to people why I just enjoyed observing this moment. But when you guys were talking about the shower and Justin offered to go to his car to get you tough actin' Tinactin,
yes,
there's something about it that I just like.
Dead serious
I was glad I was there for it.
You're serious too. I could have been, by the way, more social with you guys before the show.
That's what I'm saying. It was very odd.
We were doing Town Spa.
Yes.
I was thrilled that your boy Anthony brought it in. Right?
Yep.
Is that his name?
Yep.
How about that?
Very good.
Yeah, great guy. Very good. I was just talking and chatting so much that Mike was like, I'm probably gonna leave now.
Well, that was a fun little moment where I thought you invited me into your room and I was like, no, and you're like, come on in, and then Nick walked in behind me and I was like, I have to.
Well,
now.
that's why I brought you in, because I thought I could tell it was an interview.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't looking to hang out with you.
All right.
But I kept saying to everybody, like, when you're prepared, you have everything prepared, whether it's going to work or not. There's not much to be worried about.
Right.
Like, there's nothing, you can't control the crowd. You can't control, you just do the show. Like, there are shows like, soccer, we're kind of like, we get like 8 stories and we'll bullshit and we have a couple of videos and you don't know what's going on. Here it was like, it's segmented. We're going to mess around with the segments a little bit, but I know what the show is. I know the spine of it. I know, we were pretty close, Dave, to runtime. Like, we did a pretty good estimate
The
of it.
first show was like exactly on target.
Hour 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, which was good.
Yep.
I
did like pushing back the start of the second one. That was a smart
sense.
call.
That made sense. Yeah.
Yep.
That was good.
We should probably tell the audience the actual full version of this will never see the light of day because everybody's asking for it. So like an
full
audio
version of the show?
Yeah, audio and video form.
Oh, you're not getting that.
Yeah.
No. You got to buy a ticket for the Wilbur for that. You'll get stuff on YouTube. Like we put the Steve's a Liar guy. And I want everyone to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel and give this show a 5-star review, please, and subscribe. That changes my life to an extent like you wouldn't believe.
Beautiful advice.
Wouldn't believe. I mean, you guys. I'll tell you what. How about this? If we get X amount, I'm trying to think.
1,500 reviews.
Don't we have those already or no?
No, 1,500 reviews in the next 48 hours.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, 200?
I don't even know how it works.
Boy.
I want to invite. Here's what we're going to do. We go live to YouTube right now or no?
I don't think so.
Boy, you're good, Dave.
Well, I mean, it takes a minute. We have to set it up.
I'm saying, can we go live to YouTube, though?
Yeah.
Okay, well, tweet out that we're going to go live to YouTube. I have an announcement, Mike.
All right. Did you define this as a big announcement?
Big.
Okay.
Maybe the biggest in my career.
Oh, my God.
Maybe. The biggest in anybody's career. Producer has no idea what's going on. He's got a Garth Brooks sweatshirt on. Couldn't look dumb.
I look my worst today.
In the middle of July, no less.
I know. So
I saw
weird.
Minifan getting a coffee this morning. It was just a bad day.
Why is that a bad?
Because I look awful. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Idiot.
Stupid fucking YouTube.
Oh, wait, Mike. We're not in a rush.
No, not at all.
Wow. Cam Smith, Henrik Stenson, who's the Ryder Cup captain for Europe, he'll get stripped of that. And Tommy Fleetwood will join Saudi defectors this week, according to
Good
this
God.
thing. Gotta love it. That's good drama, though.
90 mil.
And these people will still be allowed to play in the PGA?
Then some guy says, I spoke with Tommy Fleetwood himself today, and this is 100% not true. You never know with these people. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, they'll be suspended from the tour.
Wow.
But at some point, it's like,
yeah. Can they suspend everybody?
Right. I think Jerry's tweeting out Liz Warren impersonators at this point. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, though.
Yes.
What's funny is, I worked with Jerry for so long. He's such a part of it. And, like, I never consider him asking him or, like, he just wouldn't play along.
Dave was saying, like, is it weird that Jerry wasn't there? And I thought it would have been weirder if he was there.
He lives in Maine. He's in Maine all summer. He's not. You think he's right? You think Jerry's driving the Wilburys to sit that show, Dave? No.
I just asked the question. I just thought, I don't know, as a friend of yours.
It's also Jerry doesn't even necessarily get the show and would have had to deal with, like, you should be up there, Jack. Come on.
Or getting booed like crazy.
Or that, yeah.
He got booed. He got booed when his picture went up at both shows.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Booed hard at the second show.
Wow.
Which, it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Are you building YouTube?
Yeah, you have to create a new stream.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's like it's a process.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
It's all right. I'm close.
Good.
Just keep thinking of those pictures.
Well.
At the end of the finish line.
One of these days. One of these days we'll get them.
Did you tweet it out?
I did.
All right, hang on.
You tweeted it out?
Hang on. Just waiting for it to connect.
It's not a link to the actual video. It's to the channel.
We're going to be live and hopefully now. Yeah.
We're live now?
I believe so.
You tweeted out from the show account?
Justin's about to.
Let me retweet this here. We're live very briefly on this YouTube channel this morning. We have an announcement to make. You'll hear the show. This is live right now. As you hear the rest of the show's basically done. But we're going to do something here. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, I want some thoughts, maybe some submissions, some help from you guys. I want to do Dave Cullinane, the producer of the show, I'm, by the way, officially moving Cullinane up to executive producer of the show. Congratulations.
All right, thank you. I'll never use that
Executive
title, but thank you.
Maybe we'll get some guests if you put that. It sounds more professional.
I reached out to, I checked my emails over the weekend. I reached out to Priestley, I think I combined 5 times. Well, 5 different angles of Priestley.
Okay. We've lost our Jason Priestley connection, so.
Mr. Couples, now that I've been promoted, I'd like to know if...
yes, we've lost
Actually, I have his cell phone number now, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I won't know he'd be at the 4th day at the Betty Ford Clinic.
How pissed would you have been if I got him to do a video for the Wilbur after the interview on Friday? I thought you'd be pissed at that.
Pissed? I wouldn't say pissed. Anyway, so Cullinane is very excited about the Wilbur, and he's looking forward to getting all the pictures sent back. We were just talking about the shows. So I've decided that the 4 of us, myself, the band of 4, myself, Mike Geary, Justin Trudeau, and Dave Cullinane, are going to have a picture party.
Which will be a lot of fun for me.
We're going to go somewhere. We're going to go somewhere to eat, maybe have a dinner. So I'm going to invite, I think, maybe 10 Minifans to join us for the picture party.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, what do you think?
10 lucky Minifans?
10 lucky Minifans. I'm trying to figure out a way to build up the YouTube channel or the subscription base. Something we do. We need to be creative about this, Dave. But we're going to have ourselves a little picture party.
Wow.
I think. Are you guys in?
I love it. Yeah.
Justin?
Of course.
All right. So the creativity is up to maybe the Minifans. Maybe it's a good idea. Or us in the next 48 hours. So we have a show tomorrow as well. So let's think about that.
Yep.
Get some submissions.
Before we come up with like a real idea.
And you can't look at those pictures till we have the party.
I would never do such a thing. Okay. Now, in fairness, I got 5 sent to me early by the photographer. I apologize for that, but
That's fine. But you said the Minifans as well. They're submitting photographs.
Oh, they sure are.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll say this. Maybe somebody sent the best picture. The one we like. We'll see.
Okay.
Point is, we're gonna have 5. Maybe. What do you think? 10 Minifans, Mike?
It depends on the
I'm
setting.
handling. We'll get a nice. I'm sure we'll get a nice dinner sponsor.
Yep.
We'll get somebody connected. We'll be happy to do it.
I do have your polo, by the way, here, if you'd like to leave with it.
My what?
Your mini golf polo for the August event.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Not related to what we're talking about at all.
Get a sponsor. Go on.
Okay, great. So, so we're going to do that. So the Minifans want to join us for a Dave Cullinane post Wilbur picture party presented by the Kirk Minihane Show. 10 Minifans, like we did with the VFW one where Justin tried to wander off. We'll pull the names out. 10, they get to join us for a nice dinner and a chance to look at some pictures.
Yeah, okay.
Very exciting.
Now, when you were coming up with this idea in your head literally 10 minutes ago, it involved reviews on the Apple Podcast page. So maybe like if you leave a review and screenshot,
that's
DM
a good
us,
idea. That's a good idea.
Might give you a little bit of clout going into this whole thing. Don't you think?
Yes,
like maybe,
absolutely. Yep.
Tell your friends, screenshot there. Whatever you want to do. I don't know if you have time.
0-star, 5-star, we don't care, right?
Yep. Nope. Just write and review.
Okay, there you go.
5-star, ideally.
So the picture party announcement will be, I think, a week from today. You got it 1 week.
Are picture parties a thing? Like, is that
They're
something
about to be. It's like indoor mini golf. It's about to take off.
They're coming up left and right.
It's about to take off. It's about to, this could be a big night. I mean, I am picturing, I'm like Dino, Mike. Alliteration.
Oh, you like that?
Pizza picture party.
Ooh. I like a little pizza.
Yeah.
PPP.
Yeah, that's correct, Dave. That's the alliteration. That's right. So I'm thinking we're going to do.
You picked up on it.
Yeah, he's good.
What's PPP? Isn't it the
Loans.
like Tom Brady took the money thing?
Yes, correct. Yeah. Correct. So we're going to do that, I think. A week from today will be the announcement. So let's get to work on that. But Dave's right. Nice review. Join us on YouTube. Something. Show that you're, and you guys have showed a lot over
Support the show.
Yeah, there you go. All right, goodbye, YouTube. So get moving on that.
That's very exciting stuff.
I think so.
I think there's no chance you regret doing that.
Pizza pajama picture party? A sleepover, maybe?
A sleepover?
We have pizza.
No, I'm not sleeping this fucking.
Justin,
Mike.
Just
Me and Mike will sleep over.
Sure.
Mike will?
Mike. He sounded like Me and Michael.
Oh, me and Mike will sleep over.
Why are you putting Mike in that situation?
Because it'd be fun. We can play like Mario Party. We can.
Sounds like fun, Mike.
Drink Mountain
It
Dew
sounds
all
like a lot
night.
of fun for me. This whole thing, looking at pictures. And
Oh, sounds great.
Playing video games.
Pizza's nice. A couple nice slices of pizza.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
wouldn't mind trying a good pizza place, a good new pizza place. And if somebody wants to step up, maybe go to Macon, Georgia. Maybe they'll fly us there.
Sure.
The Kirk Minihane special, which I did see. Did you see that, Dave? Or?
Yes, I saw that.
But I thought I saw pepperoni in that.
Well, thank you, Mike, as always. Very good. Because it's 2 slices and a Coke, which I'm all in. It's a fountain Coke, so I'm all in. But it's not just cheese. You have pepperoni option as well, which fine. I'm flexible. But
What if they call it so the cheese is the Kirk Minihane and the pepperoni is the Kirk Minihane with pepperoni? Like they're saying it's different.
Sure, but I don't have pepperoni though, so I think it's not. That doesn't work.
Okay.
I don't know how much it is either.
You wouldn't put your name on it if it's too expensive.
Well, yeah, I don't want them using my name to charge $12 for 2 slices. Right. So, what do you think is the edge of reason for
$2 and a Coke?
2 slices and a Coke? Yeah.
I'm sorry, 2 slices.
Yeah.
$6.
I was gonna say I had $6.79 in my head.
Okay.
8, but in today's world, it's probably like $8.
That's true with these gas prices.
You're in Georgia,
huh?
though. You're down south, a little cheaper, maybe.
Yeah.
Do we know how much it is?
I did not.
Oh, well, the
see
guy's
it.
listening.
Yeah,
He'll reach out today.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's very good. It looked good. A good slice.
Did look good.
So yeah. So that is going to be happening.
I had a little dilemma when Justin and I went to 7-Eleven the other day.
Did somebody just come in here? Oh, it's the fucking people here. Go ahead.
Jesus.
Went to 7-Eleven the other day. I was thinking to myself, I'm going to get you a soda in a bottle. And then my head,
I don't drink.
I know you don't drink the soda in a bottle.
I don't drink much soda at all anymore. I was chugging it at the Wilbur.
Yeah, you were chugging it, so I didn't know. But if I did get it, I was thinking, I know you drink Coca-Cola out of a can.
Yes.
But do you get Pepsi out of the bottle? Because it is
No,
better.
I prefer Pepsi out of the can, Coca-Cola in the fountain.
Oh, I thought it was opposite.
No. Wrong again.
Oh, that's, a horrible take, but I thought it was opposite
No,
because
that's
you were
the
normal.
correct take.
No, it
It's
is
the
the
correct
wrong
take.
take. It
It's
is
the correct
absolutely
take.
the wrong take.
I'm not a Pepsi guy, period.
Oh, Pepsi's great.
Oh, is that right?
If I go to a restaurant and I say, can I get a Diet Coke? And they say, we only have Pepsi. I say, you know what, just give me a water.
Jesus, God, the courage on you.
Yeah.
I write books about you one day.
Morals. Yeah.
It's got stories you're going to get that night, the pizza party.
Oh, this is gonna be
This could happen. This is
all my dinner
this
tricks.
exact scenario could happen. What a moment that'll be for the people.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be big.
It's true. And then the reality is I'll be sitting there and that pizza night will be like 2 nights from now. I'll be like,
I'm telling you, yeah. We can edit this out. You shouldn't have gone live on YouTube. That's
I should. Yeah, it's true. At that point, I should say about COVID is fake or something, just to cover my
It
ass.
comes down.
All right. Well, thanks to the sponsors, of course. And thanks everyone to the Wilbur. Great job. We're going to do it again in March. Dave's already excited for that.
Can't wait.
I think one night, one show should be fine.
Yeah, and from a technical standpoint, everything went like a million times better than we thought. So
I think so, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And should we just confirm now? No Exit 4 will be there for that show?
Yes. Okay. Well, I mean, it's up to them, but
he
of course.
Texted me during the show, so we'll see.
Who did?
I forget.
Brandon?
Brandon did, yeah.
Texted you during what show?
Just wanted to thank you. Said, please thank Kirk for allowing us to be a part of the show. We had an unbelievable time.
They were great.
Classy.
They were great. So they're going to be in Narragansett on Thursday, is that right?
Yeah, I tried to look them up yesterday. I didn't see, they don't have any
They got to do a little better on their social media.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, sometimes they spell it. Sometimes it's the number 4.
Tell Brandon to get a Twitter account just so we can retweet it.
Yep. Okay.
Just simply the band, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So we can just say where they're going to be, and I'll retweet it every time. I'm happy to do it.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm like, am I like a full musician now? Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Am I so intertwined with them now? If I go to one of their live shows, they're going to call me up for ain't talking about love, you think? Or
Probably.
Kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm going to have to start doing that.
I would like to see at the next show at the Wilbur, I'd like to see a ballad, a little bit, something more slow. I know
Secret Garden is
I know,
slow.
but there was a point to that different, like a nice, beautiful,
like what?
Yeah,
Sophie B. Hawkins type thing.
I hate so. I don't like Sophie
Okay,
B.
that's fine. You don't have to like that, but something else.
As I lay me down to
Yeah, it's a little too fast too.
Yeah.
Something slower than that.
Could be. It was going to be.
Endless Love.
So originally had that block was going to be Secret Garden first show, Human Touch. I don't know if you know that Bruce song or not. That was going to be the second song, but I like Secret Garden was better because it's got that sort of hidden. Yes. I was waiting. I'm disappointed. Julie. Somebody sent to Julie. She's reacted how she's been attacked on the live show or something like that. But
it's too bad.
Don't give it. I won't. Don't give up on her though. Don't give up on her.
Still time.
I can't believe I tossed that book though.
Somebody took a picture with it.
No, thank you, Justin.
Somebody took a picture, so we might know who has it if you want it back. But now they touched it.
And also, he too, a woman kissed me on the mouth on the top level of the second show.
Really?
Yes. An older woman. That might be Justin's mom. That was the second show. They weren't both shows, were they, Justin?
They were just at the first show.
Yeah.
Hey, older women are more aggressive than men. That stuff.
Unbelievable.
Don't, you know?
That's not as bad as what Dave went through. He's a grown man, but Jesus Christ. Right. Anything you want to promote, Justin? What's going on?
Doing a wrap up tonight.
Wrap up tonight. Who's going to be on?
Blind Owl, baby.
Okay.
Oh, promote that beer deal that you're giving away at the golf course. Hell of a deal.
What are we doing here?
No, I'm not. No.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You got no choice now.
The fuck was this, Dave?
Go ahead.
It's not throwing you under the bus.
Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
If you come to Green Hill Golf Course, you buy 5 beers, you get a 6 free.
Wow,
it's a deal. It's a hell of a deal.
Paul's on his way there right
I want
now.
to ensure you're drunk.
Jesus Christ. What's next, Lomacchio Realty? Jesus Christ. God. Call Jason Gillespie, by the way, for that, right, Mike? So you want me to help you out anymore?
Yes. Yes, if you'd be so kind.
Jesus.
Well, he sponsors Craig on my program.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, well,
that's
there you
right.
go. Blind Mike, which you haven't promoted yet.
BlindMike.net.
BlindMike.net.
Yes.
Which I think we promoted at the Wilbur, which I apologize for that.
It would have been on my closer if I wasn't so rudely interrupted.
No, Jesus. Go to BlindMike.net right now, please. There's a show up today.
Yes. Free episode up today.
Yes. Did you guys talk? Was that pre-Wilbur or post-Wilbur?
It was pre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Craig was at one of the shows, right?
He certainly was. He was at the first show.
Because I said to you, Jerry said to me, this is not on the show, this is off the air.
Yeah.
Jerry said to me, he's like, last time I talked to him, it'll hurt too, Jerry's voice today. He's like, I'm doing a show the other day about something. And Craig's like, yeah, it's hurt me too. And I did stand-up comedy. I was like, what? And Jerry said that Craig told him he's been did stand-up comedy for like 5 years.
He's done it for a long time. In fact,
Jerry's like, I tell this for a second, but Jerry's line was, he's like, it's amazing. The guy's never been on or off the air remotely funny for a second. Right.
I think I made fun of him in the moment, but on a Why Are You Laughing episode the other day, he said something where we were talking about like a 5-minute set or whatever, and he goes, yeah, like when you're starting out, you don't realize how long a 5-minute set is. Now, they got to drag me off after a half an hour, 45 minutes. I was like, oh, what a pro. Someone sent me that quote.
Guy's got a full show worth of material at this point.
Yeah. I should have had him write for me.
Thanks, Ironhead. I assume you did, no?
He did not, no.
Oh, jeez.
He keeps it all for
you
himself.
insane?
Yeah.
It's like having, a great comic mind right there, and you're not going to use them?
I feel bad because I made a joke about him at one of the shows, and I always feel bad making fun of people. But then I realized today, there was a throwaway line. We referenced his podcast on my show.
Yeah.
That's what he titled the episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun. So Jerry was stunned at that. But have anybody seen Nathan Fielder's HBO show yet?
I haven't seen it.
No, I saw one of the sketches that was on Instagram or something.
How was it?
It was. At first I thought it was a Nathan For You episode, so it's right on par.
I'll tell you, this was a 20-minute stretch. I was actually by myself at the Open. I mean, super into the Open. It was like they were on like the 13th hole of the leaders. Went to a commercial break. I fucking watched 2 pitches of Shark Tank. I missed like 30. I'm so into it. God, I love that show.
Kevin O'Leary, sometime in August, it looks like.
Really?
Whoa.
In studio?
Not in studio because he's not in Boston until November.
He's a Boston guy.
Yeah.
Maybe if it goes well, he'll come back in November.
You know what? That sounds wonderful.
Sure does.
As I say, it's not just Mr. Wonderful. He's Chef Wonderful.
Yeah. In perpetuity.
It's totally reasonable. I have no problem with that. No problem with that. He and Barbara, oof. They clash.
Wow.
They do.
Barbara can never really
But they have a
outbid him.
special relationship. You can tell.
My net worth is higher than Barbara's, but that's fine. Or no, Robert's. Which one's broke?
I think Barbara.
Barbara's
broke?
Not broke, but compared to billionaires.
Yeah.
Well, Cuban's got like $6 billion, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Cuban's doing a great thing with those prescription drugs. You see that? What he's doing with
Oh,
that?
yeah, I did see that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, book him.
Okay, on it, lock.
You think Cuban would be canceled today for what he said years ago? I don't mean to get him in trouble, but
What do you say?
see if I can find this.
I know he was always a thorn in David Stern's side.
He was. I don't want to get him incorrectly, but
I don't want to get him canceled. I'm doing my best to look it up.
2014. Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban, addressing the pending NBA vote to oust racist LA Clippers boss Donald Sterling, confessed that he himself was so prejudiced that he would cross the street to, quote, avoid a black kid in a hoodie at night.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be a bigger deal now.
Would
I'm
he
surprised
lose?
it wasn't
Would
a
the
bigger
NBA
deal
strip
then.
him of his governorship now if he said that?
No.
I don't think they
No,
strip it.
not to
but,
that
yeah.
level, no.
Suspended? No.
But he's a super
Probably.
liberal, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, they're not going to go at him as hard.
If I see a black kid in a hoodie at night on the same side of the street, I'm probably going to walk the other side of the street.
Yeah, that
But
get
then
you in a lot
he
of
said
trouble now.
but then he quickly said, if I see a white guy with a shaved head and lots of tattoos, I'm going back to the other side of the street. So,
Right. I get the point he's making.
yeah. Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, geez, interesting.
I see what he's trying to say.
Anyway, so we're back tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have plenty of news to catch up to and other stuff. It's actually a pretty interesting story that Dave sent me today. It's freaking long, though. Jesus.
The actual post that I sent
Yeah.
you there? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything else from you guys?
Don't believe so.
Mike?
I think that's it.
Yeah?
Go listen to Why You Laughing.
Yes, go. Please go. Yeah. So last week was Joan Rivers. This week is?
The free episode coming out will be Joan Rivers versus Johnny Carson this week.
I encourage you to listen to that. I listened to it. I liked it.
Yeah. The
Very
Patreon
good.
episode we have not recorded yet, rarely. So I think it might be Ron White.
Oh, you a fan of his?
Blue collar. More than the other blue collar guys, I guess.
Yeah, that's not
but I
my-
think he's just an
it's-
interesting guy.
Yeah, it's just not my scene.
No, because even he's the best of those 4 comics.
Dino loved him.
But there's a little cheese on him as well. He's a little corny.
Oh,
at
yeah.
times.
Yeah, for sure.
But as a guy, he's very interesting.
Okay, good.
Please tell me Nick was with you when you were talking with Eddie Endelman.
Oh, I have no idea.
I need to see that so bad. I can't believe that happened.
He might not. He wouldn't know who that was, though, Nick.
I don't care. Or maybe he
But I'm
would have
saying it
thought,
might
like,
not
oh,
be-
he's
it
on the
wouldn't be
phone
in
with
the
somebody
video
personal.
anyways.
I'm going
Yeah.
to get out of here or something.
It could have been nice. I was glad to talk to him. It was just the timing. I think Bill Bloomreich, who owns the Wilburs, was super. And I said earlier, said he couldn't believe how crazy the Minifans were. Literally, he was like stunned.
Yeah.
But
So he was just thinking 2 EI guys.
I think
don't
he was
know each
thinking
other.
this is just going to be like a guy going to a podcast. Like, I don't think he quite understood.
That's what's. I think it was his daughter who with the dog.
Oh, okay.
That's what she was saying. She's like, this was nothing what I expected.
Yeah, which I get. I mean, why would they think that?
Well, they kept referencing.
I think for them, I'm sorry, Mike. I think for them, I think we said this before. Like when they see podcast on there, they must be like, oh, great. Like we put a couple of couches up, and they just bullshit for an hour and a half again. It's an easy night for them.
Right.
What were you saying, Mike?
What was I saying? I don't remember.
It's good, folks. Look, you can pay for this kind of content too if you want.
Oh,
It's not just free.
I was going to say the reason he put you on the phone with Eddie Endelman was he just thinking like 2 EI guys, they must know each other?
I think he was talking to Eddie about me because I was there.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I mean, obviously that's why. And then
You just happen to be, well, okay.
But Eddie and I obviously we were
You weren't there.
10 years apart?
Yeah, anywhere close. Right?
Oh, I talked to Eddie twice in my life, but I talked to him once. So I tried to get him on Enough About Me. And he was just like, I'm old. We had a nice conversation. We probably talked for like 20 minutes that time. He was like, I'm just old. I don't really want to do it. Like, I just don't want to.
And he's not promoting anything, right?
No, I'll tell you what's interesting, Dave, is Bill told me that Maddie Siegel is doing a show at the Wilbur.
Oh, I said that. I thought I said that last week. It was on Instagram.
I don't know that. Was he doing it on Instagram or was the show?
I think it was the show.
He told me. I think he told me Maddie's done 45 shows there.
The post said like I'm back or something. It seemed like it was from his perspective, but I thought it was the show's account.
Oh, okay. I don't know. What'd you say, Dave?
I'm gonna go to that then.
I would go if it's everyone at the show, but there's no way.
Wait, everyone at their show?
Wait, this is him solo?
He'd probably, knowing him, he'd bring up like his wife and stuff like that. Maybe.
I'll call him now and see.
Yeah, do it.
What is it usually? What have his shows been in the past?
It's been the show.
Okay. For how long?
And is it with? Yeah, so because you.
I'll reach out to him first. We'll see what we get.
They only talk for 9 minutes a day on the air. How long was the Wilbur show that they did?
I have no idea what they do.
It'd be funny if he did that himself and then he brought back a lot of the people that used to be on the show. Like he's had a lot of different rotating people, hasn't he?
He could. I mean, he could do a one night like just talk about what happened. But I guarantee you, he cannot talk about what happened because he got paid. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
No especially if the station's promoting it.
And as I said when it happened, like it's still called the Maddie in the Morning, right?
Yes. That's so
Isn't that
ridiculous. Radio's the
bizarre?
dumbest.
Very weird.
It's the dumbest.
And they didn't go down that much in this last book. I'll be curious when that starts happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're only like really. I guess there are a lot of AC top 40 stations, but
yeah.
Will they go down that much anyways? Because it's still a music station.
That's a good question too.
You know?
I think it's that's a habit thing too. You're right. Where it's like Maddie's big, but
they're playing the same songs. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, all right. So pizza party suggestions, picture thoughts, whatever anybody has. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see if there's any update on that. I want this thing promoted heavily. Colleen wants a picture party.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, right?
That's what I need.
I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Right. Blindmike.net.
Thank you.
5 beers not enough. You get the 6th one for free.
That's right.
What a deal.
Big promotion. And Justin, I think
that's actually a good deal for you. Is that the course?
Yes.
You're driving around. That's a good deal for 4 guys.
And this was
it's a great deal.
You headed this promotion?
It's a good point by Mike. You're the guy who thought of this?
What's the context?
You created that promotion on your own?
Yes.
Wow. Contribute more to that than the Wilbur. That's impressive.
Justin was great the last week leading up to the Wilbur.
Well, Justin
All
was
the credit
great.
in the world.
Justin was tremendous. Justin was great with the physical stuff with the Wilbur as well.
Yep.
Like, great.
Yep.
Fantastic. He's doing a great job.
I'm trying.
He was at the live shows, which in itself is amazing, honestly.
There you go.
Is it weird to be at a live show or no?
No, the thing that like annoyed me.
Oh, I didn't want. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Is so like when Dave tweets out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Me?
Yeah, no. When you tweeted out yesterday, you said game day, and I click on the tweet, and like the first reply is what's Clemmer's best friend's name? He does all the old movies.
Matt Carano.
Ned
Snark.
Ned Snark. He goes like, don't count on Justin being there. Blah blah blah.
How was he at the show?
He wasn't.
That's exactly.
And I want to be like, I'm so sorry your friend Chris is no longer part of the show, and you're
you
too
guys
much of
can
a
message.
pussy.
Right.
You're too much of a pussy to blame Kirk, so you blame me.
Right. Giant. Right.
Getting hot in here.
Giant pussy. Yeah. And that's an elderly pussy. And a boring pussy. That's a lot of pussy right there. Didn't have the guts to face you at the show, Justin.
No, he didn't.
I guess not.
Yeah. So hey, what can you do?
Handsome
I've always liked him.
Handsome fella. No.
His face is a little pulled back.
I'm going on what other people say.
That's plastic surgery.
I said, how you feeling? Rough 24 hours. And you wrote, I feel good. Beer is flying out of the shack today. I'm running a buy 5, we'll get 1 free set.
You wouldn't believe the deal Justin came up with.
So let me get this straight, because I'm confused by it. So if I go to the what's the name of the shack?
It's Sand Wedge Shop, but no one calls it that. It's just
Sand Wedge, Mike. That's a golf club.
Sure.
Sand Wedge.
I got it. Yeah, right.
It's close.
Justin's shack.
So if I go there, I'm like, I'd like 5 beers, but I want 6 beers, but I can only afford 5.
Yep. Don't worry about it. Don't
so
sweat.
I'm all set then.
Yeah, you're good.
You're tossing me the 6th one for free.
Correct.
Unless he hears you say that, and you might be like, I already got him. I don't have to do
No.
Well, let's do it for a second here. Okay. I've always wanted to do this.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun. No.
It's the Shark Tank theme he's going
you're pitching me your
I thought you were doing crazy.
You're pitching me your beer proposal. Go ahead.
Hello, Sharks.
Okay, good, very good.
Hello, Sharks. I am Justin.
One second. So I want to be Mr. Wonderful, Mike.
Okay.
I want you to be. You're kind of a Robert. You're nice.
I'm a natural Robert.
You're a nice guy. You are such a Robert. I don't know. Dave is.
I'm as confident as Damon.
I think, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, you're Damon. Yeah,
I'm as
you're
good looking as Robert. That's the problem. But if Mike wants to be Robert.
Robert dyes his hair.
It's not that I want to be Robert. It's that I have to.
Robert's just a nice guy, though.
It's just,
Yeah, that's true.
Mike
poor schmuck.
Yeah, Damon can get mean.
Financially, he's the barber.
I'm gonna make Justin a bunch of offers. He's gonna turn me. Not even gonna listen to me.
Right. Nobody ever listens to. I was like, look, I like you. You're a good guy. I'm gonna give you like. Cuban will be like, hold on with that, Dave. Cuban's like, I'll give you, I want 30%, and Robert's like, I'll give you like, I just want 8%. The guy's like, Mark, you got a deal. It's like, boy, poor fucking Mark.
Cuban's like, I got 75 cents and some Lay's potato chips. Like, ooh, interesting.
Let me hear that music, Dave.
Don't they do a little intro?
Oh, yeah.
This is Justin Trudell.
Here we have Justin Trudell.
It's like now, a young entrepreneur has a new idea on how to sell a popular beverage. Go ahead.
Six packs just got a lot more affordable.
Right.
Good morning, Sharks. I'm Justin Trudell with Justin's Shack. I am looking for a 25% stake for $250,000 in my company.
Whoa. I don't have a pen to write this stuff down here. Go ahead.
I currently run the Turn at a golf course in Worcester, Massachusetts, and my great idea is to sell 5 beers and to entice people to buy more beers if they buy 5.
What's the cost? Okay, we got you. So you're in the beer business, okay?
Correct.
I've got a couple of beer businesses. It's a very tricky business. It's tough. It's good, but I can distribute beer all over the place. So it's not a big deal. I can get you a beer places in Canada. I can get you a beer places in the United States.
Yep.
Guatemala, Australia. Not a big deal. How much are you selling these 5 beers for?
Well, we range from.
How much is the shipping? So you come in here and have a ship.
Shipping is free because we just give it to the customer.
Now,
the shipping to the golf course. How much is the golf course paying for these beers?
For a Bud Light, let's say, or Bud Light, Michelob Light, Michelob Ultra, less than $1.50 a beer.
How much are you selling it for?
$5.50.
I don't hate that.
That's good markup.
That's good markup.
That's our lower end of beers. We also have like Pulp Daddies and.
Okay, that's not what we're talking about right now, right? That's not what we're talking about.
No,
right?
this is included.
So five for 6 for every beer you have.
Every beer we have.
Is Cuban here? Is Cuban here?
5. Cuban's not here.
I have a couple contacts in the distribution world. I think we can get that wholesale price down a little bit.
Okay.
I think.
Now I want to ask, what's to
Speak a
stop
little bit. Can
me?
we turn on that music a little bit? Thank you.
What's to stop me from just buying beers myself and selling them at the same rate?
Good point. Good question there, Robert. I'll ask it because he's not paying attention to you, Robert. I'm saying. So if I want,
I'm interested. I'm very interested.
So if I want to bring 6 beers to the golf course, is that what you're saying, Robert? What's going to stop me from buying 6 beers at 7-Eleven and just bringing them to the course?
Right.
We have rules. The members there they can get their membership revoked if they bring outside.
It's a private club.
It's public, but there are members.
I gotta tell you, I'm considering doubling your offer.
What about a public member? What, if somebody goes publicly, what are you gonna do then? Kick them off the course?
Kick them off the course, yes, and shame them.
Okay. Any questions from you?
How are we marketing this right now?
Oh, good question. If you get there, what am I seeing?
Yeah.
How are you marketing? You show up to the shack. You're looking around for a couple of businesses. Say, boys, just so you know, buy 5 beers, get one free. Sometimes a group of a foursome will come up. They'll all grab a beer. I say, hey, you grab one more. You can grab another one.
You do this. Tell me about you're an interesting person. Tell me about yourself. You seem like you might be suicidal.
They say that a lot on there.
That's great. I mean, listen, mental health's a serious thing in this country.
Certainly.
I'm Justin Trudell. I grew up in Norton, Massachusetts. Went to school at Foxborough Regional Charter School. Jumped around colleges for a couple of years. I was in the skincare business for about 2.5 years.
Okay, how'd that go?
Went well. It went well.
In the snow cone business too.
I am currently as kind of like a side thing.
Have you sent any texts or to any friends or any influencers to get this beer business going viral? Like the text you sent to Cullinane that we're doing this mock Shark Tank thing about?
I texted the producer of the best podcast.
Okay. Well, I don't care. We're not here to talk about.
If I may jump in here, if you're willing to, you can't hear any more offers after this. I'm willing to offer you $1 million at 4%.
No,
of your company.
Come on, don't do that right now.
You can't take any more offers.
You can't do that.
You can't take any more offers.
See, here's the thing I like about this guy. Like, I see a lot of similarities between myself when I started FUBU. And
right. Oh, you're going full character. Okay. Not full in character, but yeah, close enough.
And so, I mean, to make ends meet, and I had a tough time, starting it out. I needed promotional help.
Sure.
I needed the right people in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I can do for you, I'm not going to give you $250,000. That's just stupid. That's just silly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a $1 million eval.
Correct.
Yeah, that's not
going to be. I'm going to go back on what I said before. I'm going to make you another offer, $2 million
for free,
2%.
Well, what's your how much did you make off this? How much you made off this total sales so far?
Year to date, we've done about $80,000 in sales.
What? $80,000 of beer sold sales?
Beers, hot dogs.
On your not on your deal.
They'd be very dismissive.
What are you selling me? Are you selling me the shack? Are you selling me the snow cones? Are you selling me the other business? Am I getting the entire thing? What are we doing here?
I guess I'm selling you the idea.
Is it a shack
of
or a barn? Because I'm starting to see a barn here. Okay? I'm starting to see a barn. You get that one, Robert?
You want to take it out back and shoot it?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Kevin, I like where you're going with this. Maybe you and I can partner up on this.
Look, I'm going to say this right now. You seem like a nice kid. Like I said, I've seen a barn in that. You should take those 4 or 5 beers, 6 beers, and shoot them all. I'm out.
I'm still willing to offer you $8 million. Please, take my money.
If I can get my $250,000 investment back, I'll give you. Oh wait, never mind. No, fuck it, never mind. Forget it. I can't do it anymore.
Well,
too bad.
Hey, it's our first attempt at improv together.
I wouldn't mind doing a Shark Tank episode.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Can we get small businesses? Can we make some money off this?
Go back on YouTube.
You can do it. I'm not gonna do it now, but I wouldn't mind making some money off of business.
It's a nice little idea.
Poor Robert. He seems like the nicest guy too.
Please. And he always tries to throw in those threats. Like, if you can't listen to anyone else's offer.
Right.
But I'm going to give you the world.
Yeah, I don't get why I don't understand it. I don't know. Anyway, go to the Miltons. Please. You don't have to tell you to look great. You saw everyone there. The show look great. Go to the Miltons, please. We're back tomorrow. We'll react to some stuff. We'll give you an update on the picture party. I don't know. I think people are going to start coming up with some ideas.
Very excited.
I want this promoted heavily, Justin, on this. This is your project now on our social media.
Picture party?
Picture party. Correct.
Let's do it.
Correct. I want to see big reviews on the iTunes as well, Dave.
Apple Podcast. Yes.
What did I say?
It's not iTunes.
iTunes.
It's
Apple
a fucking
Podcast.
difference. We need iTunes.
iTunes is music. Are we singing songs here?
It is?
I don't even know if it's iTunes anymore. Actually.
Oh, it might be Apple
Apple
Music.
Music. Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What do I listen to podcasts on? What the hell is this thing called?
Apple Podcasts.
Oh, Jesus. What a pain in the ass this whole thing is.
No, but if you write a review,
I understand.
It's a nice thing to do. Yeah.
I understand. Podcasts. Here it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.